Hello, my lovelies. Elsie here to do your reading. It is for this week. This is your sneak peek for this week. Welcome to the new week. How are you? I hope you are well. It is for the next 7 days, so even if you don't get this reading in real time, it will be for the next 7 days from whenever you view it. So thanks for checking in here. If you are the ride or die, I appreciate you so much. If you are a person who is new, welcome, welcome. And so I've got 12 decks here. I'm going to read from each deck for each of the signs, each of the 12 signs. Just spend a couple of minutes on each sign and give you some energy for this week. So I'm going to mark everything down below in the description so you can just go ahead and scroll through this video to find what it is that you need in terms of energies. Just please, 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 going to ask you to please stop watching tarot just for your sun sign. You really don't know what's going on if that's what you're doing. There are free natal charts everywhere on the internet. Free. Totally free. So there's no reason why you shouldn't be able to go and find your moon and your rising. It's just going to make more sense as to who you are as a rounded sort of energy. Sure, you're an Aquarius sun, or you're a Taurus sun, or you're an Aries sun, but what kind of Taurus, Aries, or Aquarius are you? That is determined by your moon and your rising sign. That's why it's important energy to have. So let's get to it. Enough of the blah blah. The last thing you need to know is that private readings are open at this time. If you're interested in looking at pricing, please go to the pinned comment below this video and you will find everything that you need. Let's find out what's going on for Aries. Aries, take us in. Our leaders. We are getting very close to Aries season, right? Very close to that. Your season's coming, Aries. Tell me about Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Aries for this week. Aries, we have the Queen of Swords. I was just saying, there's going to be some hard-shifting energies this week, and I feel like you're ready, I want to say. I feel like you've got the sword in the sheath, and I feel like you are ready to use it whenever you need to. We do have the Two of Swords. We have the Four of Cups. And we have the Emperor. You know what it feels like here? Someone is clearing out their throat chakra. That's what it feels like here. The Queen of Swords is on deck. Queen of Swords is the one who's just going to be honest with you. Look, I don't mean to hurt your feelings, but I've just got to be honest with you. I've got to be honest with me. This is I feel, part of the eclipse energy that you might be feeling by the end of the week. It feels like this the Two of Swords is a bit of a block. There's things that you didn't see. And I think that when the eclipse comes around, I feel like you are going to see some things after this full moon energy clears itself. I feel like you're going to start, excuse me, seeing things that possibly you missed before. I feel like you were comfortably in some sort of a comfort zone in the past, but I feel as though this full moon for you here is going to pull you right into your Emperor energy. Look, you don't get to be an Emperor just because you're an Aries. There is a certain criteria to being the Emperor. It's stability, security, being strategic. It is about ruling the empire, whatever that means to you. You might be a single father or a single mother, right? This is feminine or masculine energy. You might be someone who takes care of everything all by yourself. And that definitely is an emperor, but you also could be a business owner. You could be someone who is carrying an empire, paying people for what they do for you in terms of your business. So I feel like somebody here is stepping into this energy of taking control of their lives. And I think the way you're doing it is by opening up the throat chakra. That's what it feels like here. Tell me about this Queen of Swords. Why do we have the Queen of Swords on the table for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter? The King of Cups. I think you're going to be speaking up about how you feel about something, but I'm going to say it might cause some turbulence because the King of Cups is the master of being solid and sturdy in a storm. It might cause some turbulences to something you will say, but I feel that ultimately, whatever you do say is going to bring some healing. Not only to you, but maybe even to other people around you. We do have the Four Swords and one is 5, and that is arguments and fights. Somebody who is maybe wanting to win this argument at any cost. And so I mean for you, Aries, I feel like you could be hurting feelings because you're standing up strong as the Queen of Swords, right? Feminine or masculine. And you've decided, I've just got to say it. I'm going to try and say it in the kindest and most compassionate way possible, but this is Scorpio energy, and Scorpio is also quite deep and psychic, and to me, the finger wagger is the person who's like, look, I love you, but you got to stop that shit. So I feel like that's sort of the energy that you're going to be in this week. And Oh, yes. So it feels like, so Charlie's pointing out, and Charlie's my guide if you've never been here before, 4, 5, and 2 is 7. So 7 swords is about deception. So I feel like you will be not cracking the whip on people who are kind to you, but people who you feel that you haven't been able to trust. I feel like that this full moon energy is going to be working in your favor in that you're just not going to take it anymore. We've got the 8 of Swords. So I feel like it's the Queen of Swords that is freeing you from the 8 of Swords. It is time for you to finally step up and say something, because I feel like you're going to be getting a software upgrade here, Aries. If you're not already the Emperor, I feel like you are going to be stepping into your Emperor shoes here and taking control of a situation by expressing how you feel about something. And I feel like I said, I think you're going to try and say it in the kindest way possible. When the King of Cups shows up with the Queen of Swords, it softens that energy just a little bit. It's sort of a loving kind of nudge, but it's very honest and truthful, and it will bring justice. So I feel like people are going to know that you're not playing, Aries. You're just not playing anymore. And I think that you're going to say it in the kindest way that you can, whatever it is that you're going to say. But I feel like something needs to be released or come to an end. 8 and 2 is 10. So 10 swords is the release. It's hurt, like it's a hurtful ending. I feel stabbed in the back by you, and I can't do this with you anymore. We do have the 6 of Wands, and then we have the 9 of Cups. Look, I feel like it is going to bring you some type of inner peace and happiness by finally getting your justice. And I feel like it was a long time coming. I feel like now you're sort of standing out on the stage and you don't really care who sees you. It's your victory. I feel like it's a victory of finally just saying, look, you know what? I don't think I like when you come to my house and cause arguments. I don't care if it's your mother or your father, your sister or your brother, a friend, or a friend of a friend, or somebody maybe you're dating. I feel like you're going to be setting some people straight this week, Aries, and I don't care what their relationship is to you. I think it's somebody who is behind the scenes, maybe talking about you behind your back, or it feels like it's something that is sort of a little bit dishonest, maybe not totally damaging to your reputation, but dishonest, and it is somebody who you have known for a while. So I feel like you're going to be making some big changes this week, Aries, when it comes to who you're going to allow in your within your boundaries here, because the Queen of Swords has these boundaries, right? And she will explain to you exactly why she has the boundaries, but that's her choice. Her choice is putting up the boundaries. The 6 of Cups here, I was just saying before I put the 6 of Cups down that I feel like it could be somebody in your family. So you might be drawing boundaries, definite boundaries with people around you, regardless of how they're related to you, whether it's blood relation or not. What's the outcome? The outcome is the King of Pentacles. All it's going to give you is stability. You're going to be able to focus on the things that matter. Your material world, your family, your stability, your house, your home, your business, your health. You're creating, by moving this energy with your voice, I feel like you are creating a place that's going to bring you stability. What you are doing here with the 2 of Cups in the reverse is you're getting rid of these unhealthy relationships in favor of your stability is what you're doing here. The 2 of Cups is in the reverse because those are unhealthy relationships, and maybe you didn't see it at first. Maybe you were just sort of in this comfort zone of, you know what, I'm just going to leave it where it is. I'm not going to ruffle any feathers. But the Emperor is like looking over the empire saying, what needs to go? What needs to go in order for my empire to move or function a little more efficiently? And then we have the 3 of Cups. Look, I feel like it's going to be a hard process. Like, there's no two ways about it. When we are removing people from our lives or putting them behind boundaries, or finally speaking up in the kindest way we can, and we're finally putting people behind boundaries, there's no bones about it. It's going to be a hard shift for you, but this is all going on in your sign, right? We've got Venus, which is retrograded in your sign right now, and then we will have Mercury retrograde in your sign on the weekend, right? So this is all bringing things up from the bottom to the top is what it is, and then thinking about it. And so it's I would say that the Queen of Swords is showing up because I think you're really about to show some people exactly, that I can take care of this in a kind and intellectual way, but I'm not going to mince my words. I'm going to be very, very honest. Bottom of the deck is Three of Swords. Look, it's ultimately that, is you're going to be breaking some hearts. Some people are going to be unhappy, but I think this is the trade-off. I feel like other people need to be unhappy, and so you can celebrate, so you can have your stability, that you no longer have these people who are not necessarily the best people to have in your life. I feel like you're going to be pushing them to the outside of the boundary. Maybe not getting rid of them altogether, but the Queen of Swords is somebody who has really good boundaries, right? The Three of Swords and the Three of Pentacles. We have lots of threes. 3, 3, 3. It's telling me you're on the right path. If this is what you're going to be doing, I feel like you're doing it for your own stability's sake. I feel like you might be calling in a new, it's like this Virgo energy in this eclipse energy. Full moon is about clearing out things, clearing out energies, clearing out old things, clearing out closets, right? It could be metaphorical or literal, but you're making room for something new here, which I think is a new community, a new balanced and healed community, Aries. That's what it feels like here. All right, we've got Aries, we've got Leo energy, we've got Libra, Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, Aquarius, Libra, and Gemini, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn energy that might be involved this week for you. All right, let's talk about Taurus. Tell me about Taurus. How are you, Bull Gang? Thanks for showing up here. Appreciate you. Tell me about Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Taurus, please. What's coming up for Taurus this week? Sneak peek for this week, the next 7 days for Taurus. What's coming up for Taurus, please? Taurus, we have the Two of Wands. We have the King of Cups. Feels like something's about to take off here. I'm showing birds. I'm seeing birds. I'm seeing doves. I'm seeing, I think this is either a hawk. I think it's a hawk, maybe. Yeah, it could be a hawk, maybe. Could be an eagle. It feels like it's a bigger bird anyway, and it feels like something is about to take off here. It feels like I want to tell you that you're supposed to be prepared for the King of Cups to arrive. That's what it feels like to me here. Tell me more about this. Or that whatever's arriving, you are going to have to be pretty sturdy about it, because something is about to get a little bit rocky around you here. We have the Queen of Wands. And we have the Four of Wands. So I feel as though this king has been in a little bit of hesitant energy, but ultimately does want the victory with you. 4 and 2 is 6 wands, right? It's about victory and success. And you're waiting on this person, I feel. I don't feel like for those of you who haven't met this person yet, I don't think you're waiting per se, but I feel like you feel something is approaching. And I feel what's approaching, you can't see it because the king is coming up behind the Queen of Wands. Now, I know you're an earth sign, Taurus, but I feel like you're the Queen of Wands. I feel like the King of Wands is attracted to you. I think you're in the most attractive energy. Right now, the Queen of Wands is the master manifester, right? Is somebody who has got the wand, right? The Ace of Wands, attracting excitement, attracting compassion, attracting a new path, right? And it feels like you've been waiting for a new path to open here. I feel that ultimately it ends up being in something quite stable. These two could also be soulmates. We do have the Four of Wands here, which is 1111, right? Could be it could be somebody who is in a soulmate energy with you. It feels like you've been waiting to get some sort of stability with the King of Cups. Now, the King of Cups is Scorpio, Pisces, or Cancer. It doesn't have to mean that you're dealing with someone who is a water sign. It could be. But the King of Cups is somebody who's quite stoic on the surface. You might not even know that this person has feelings for you. And you really don't see them coming because they're coming up behind you, I want to say. It's like they're going to be showing up and you're going to, all of a sudden, boom, they'll be right there. And you won't know where they came from, essentially. So this could be someone you know, maybe someone you don't know. Tell me about the Two of Wands here. So I'm going to say that the Two of Wands is telling me to tell you, prepare to take flight. We've got birds, birds, and birds. Prepare to take flight because there is something that is going to catch your attention in the next 7 days here. Someone or something. We've got the Empress here. That definitely is your energy, but so is the Queen of Wands. We've got the Magician energy. And we've got the Nine of Cups. You are heavily in your manifestation energy here, Taurus. Heavily into the manifestation. I feel like the only focus that you've had probably for the last little while, maybe for some of you, the last 4 weeks, maybe the last couple weeks, maybe the last month or so, it feels like you're very, very focused on wish fulfillment. I feel like you are in this energy of, you know what, I created this myself. Like I've created my own happiness. I did it on my own because I'm the magician. I'm just looking at the person on the Nine of Cups looking back at the magician. The Empress is the magician, is the one who does have the resources, the stability, the person who has learned to use all of the tools that have been blessed on them by the universe or their source, right? And so I feel like you're actually in a happy state. So I don't think you're depending on this King of Cups to show up. I think you're minding your business. I think I said that in a reading for you yesterday. I think you're minding your business. The Queen of Wands is pointed into the future, looking at stability. You're focused on your stability. You're focused on your home. I feel like you're very focused on you at this time. The Queen of Wands is someone who is really masterful at doing self-care. This is the one who is incredibly attractive, right? And not only attractive to look at, but one who is attracting everything. So just like the Empress, right? Because the Queen of Wands is part of the Empress energy. Tell me more about Taurus, please. We have the Nine of Wands. We have the Four of Cups in the reverse. I think you've been healing something here. Yes. So I want to say that there's probably a bit of a distance between you and the King of Cups. Look, you could be the Queen of Wands, feminine or masculine. You could be the King of Cups, feminine or masculine. Take it as it resonates for you. But you're definitely the Empress, for sure. That's Taurus and Libra energy, right? So if you are the person who has all of the wisdom of all of the queens, then definitely you are the Empress, taking care of your own money, taking care of your health, looking good on the outside, on the inside, taking care of your mental health as well as your physical health. Somebody who speaks up for themselves, go research the queens and you'll know what I'm talking about. So I feel like that this Nine of Wands is telling me here that I feel that you've been healing something. It feels like you've been very focused on you and focused on your happiness. And I feel like what you've been healing is dropping these 9 wands. I feel like you possibly in the past were the wounded warrior, or maybe you're still there and you're just ready to let it go. The Four of Cups in the reverse is telling me that you're ready to let it go. I'm coming out of hiding. I'm no longer going to stay in my comfort zone. It's time for me to take a leap of faith here. So I feel like you are going to take some sort of a leap of faith. It feels like everything's coming together at the right time. The king is sneaking up behind you. You're ready to take a new leap of faith because you've been doing some healing. Now you're really happy. Look, if you're calling in people to your life to date when you're not happy, it's going to crash and burn. And that's just kind of the way it goes. If you are happy before that person arrives, then they don't have a job when they get there. Because if you're calling in someone to make you happy, it just doesn't work that way. Look, it's beautiful. Temperance. So a moment of alchemy is about to show up here, Taurus. And I do feel for some of you, it might be in the next 7 days, depending on what part of your life you're in. Maybe you're not quite the Empress yet, but maybe you are. Maybe you are somebody who is through this healing. We have Sagittarius energy here as well. I feel like the Temperance card is telling me that no more going back and forth. It is time for something to come together and take place here. So it does feel like this leap of faith for some of you is going to happen this week. I feel like this King of Cups, whoever this is who has excuse me, deep emotional love that maybe hasn't really shown it to you on the surface. I feel like you might see something a little more from them this week as they show up in your life. What's the outcome? We've got the Page of Pentacles. I feel like you're going to see this person face to face this week. For some of you who know this person possibly, I feel like you're going to have some sort of a new beginning or an opportunity to see this person face to face. The Page of Pentacles to me is a visit. It's like I want to get boots on the ground. I want to see you in the 3D. I don't want to think about you anymore. I don't want to dream about you anymore. I actually want to make something materialize in the 3D. So it is an opportunity. It's putting energy into something and giving you my energy. So I feel like the King of Cups is ready to give you their energy. We do have the Knight of Swords. It does feel like for some of you, it's like around the corner, and it probably will happen within the next 7 days or so. The Knight of Swords, of course, is the one with all the words, right? Swords up, got something to say, right? I got something to say. And so I feel like the King of Cups has something to say here. Gemini is the one that's just going to leave it all on the table. I'm just going to tell you like it is, and you can sort it out accordingly. Gemini is just going to say it. So I feel like the King of Swords the King of Cups, might have something to say to you. And we have the King of Pentacles, but I feel like it's going to really ground you. This person, I feel, wants to settle in or settle down with you. They want to let you know their intention, I want to say. The Knight of Swords and the King of Pentacles is telling me that somebody wants you to know their intention. Their intention is to settle down. They are looking for something that is solid and grounded. This King of Pentacles is the one that's ready to have a family, or let's bring our families together. This one is the one who's ready to help out with material needs, right? This is the one who wants to take care of you, whether feminine or masculine, right? So the overgiver, essentially. So I feel like there is going to be some sort of a meeting, and I feel like you will be speaking to somebody here. They could be a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Like I said, the signs are the signs, right? They don't have to be those signs. They will be those energies. Tell me what's around the corner for Taurus. We've got the Hermit in the reverse. There's the Emperor. And we've got the Five of Cups. So I want to say that the Emperor is coming out of this Hermit energy, a place where they were healing themselves. And I feel like they were healing themselves of regrets from the past is what it feels like. This Emperor, I feel, is now stable and sturdy, secure. This person is battle ready. They are now standing up and saying, I've got to take control of the situation. I've got to see the Empress. The King is also part of the Emperor energy. The Emperor, when they're in the upright, is a noble person who is ruling the empire, right? The Hermit in the reverse is telling me that we've got an Emperor here who is becoming an Emperor. It feels like maybe we were talking about someone who was part way to the Emperor energy until the healing showed up. This person, I feel like you are going to see them. They're either coming out of hiding, or you'll probably get conversation out of them. I feel like the reason they were away is because they were healing themselves. There is about to be a reunion and some celebration. I feel like they want to take you out. And this person could be someone that maybe you haven't dated before. It feels like they were a friend of a friend, or they are someone from work, or it feels like this is new because this is, to me, is somebody who's been watching you work, possibly. Maybe they're in the workplace with you, but maybe if you have a presence on social media somewhere, maybe they've been watching you work if you work on social media. This is a friend of a friend, or somebody who they feel they can trust. They want to build some sort of trust with you, Taurus. So the Emperor and the Empress have been coming out in your readings a little bit lately. It feels like something is around the corner for some of you here. We've got Sagittarius energy. We've got Scorpio. We've got Virgo. Aries, Sagittarius, and Leo. I think this is happening probably in Aries season. We've got the King of Cups, who is Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. Yeah, more Aries energy here. We've got Taurus and Libra, more Aries and Gemini energy. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, more Gemini, and then more Aries. I have a feeling this is coming up in Aries season for you, Taurus, if it does not happen for you this week. All right. Let's talk about Gemini. How are you, Gemini? Thanks for showing up here today. Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising. Whew, Venus and Jupiter. What's this about? Something is going to have a, excuse me, a quick start here. It feels like something, like you saw the cards, how they pushed forward here. It feels like something is going to happen quickly, or is going to rush forward here, is what it feels like. Maybe you'll be ready for it. Maybe you won't. Tell me about Gemini, please. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Gemini. What is coming up in the next 7 days? Sneak peek for this week for Gemini. Tell me about Gemini. We do have the Five of Pentacles. We have the Three of Swords. Okay, so I feel like this is the energy that is at the beginning of your week here. It feels like you are feeling disappointed and disconnected is what it feels like. That's how we start the week. We do have the Two of Cups. So disappointed, disconnected from love. We do have this one that is buckled in the deck, so I took it out. The Page of Wands. I think that's about to change, I'm going to say. I think, though, it's not really up to anybody else. I think it is up to you. Up to you to get on a different path. Up to you to find your spark for life, I'm going to say. It feels that somebody here is possibly feeling like they're in a desolate place, like it's very cold around them, feeling like, you know, I'm left out in the cold. That's what it feels like here. The Three of Swords is telling me that there's disappointment or heartbreak. Feels like stormy times for you. But we do have the Two of Cups. And the Two of Cups is telling me that it's probably because of some sort of emotional connection that you're not feeling anymore. It feels like it's time for you to recover and move along, I want to say, with the Page of Wands. For some of you, this Page of Wands and the Two of Cups could tell me that you might be receiving some bad news from somebody that you might be in a relationship with, possibly in the next 7 days. Not for all of you, of course. That may be the communication is showing up for the Two of Cups because the Three of Swords and the Five of Pentacles. Why is the Five of Pentacles here, please? We have the Knight of Pentacles, but it's in the reverse. So it's like something is stopped dead in its tracks here. We've got the Empress. And we've got the Page of Swords. I feel as though it does feel like you are feeling in disconnect with your abundance or with someone who may be an Empress, maybe a Taurus or a Libra. It does feel like you've been watching this person, Gemini, that you've been watching them possibly, and it's at a time right now where you are, I think you're at a distance. I think that's what the Five of Pentacles is telling me, with the Knight of Pentacles being in the reverse. When the Knight of Pentacles is in the reverse, everything is stopped dead. So I feel like you're not talking with this person, and I don't think it's for any dramatic reason. I feel like there could be distance between you. Maybe you're traveling for work. It feels like there is a distance between you here. But you're feeling, maybe I feel like the Three of Swords and the Five of Pentacles could mean that you're missing somebody possibly. Maybe you two aren't speaking while you're abroad, while you're away, but it does feel like there is something that is stopped between you and the Empress. And I feel like what you've been doing is, instead of talking to this person, I feel like you've been watching them. It feels like you've been watching their movements or keeping an eye on them, maybe on social media. Maybe there's a place where you can watch them on one of the platforms here. We do have the Ten of Pentacles. We have the Hanged Man and the Ten of Pentacles. You're trying to get a perspective on what you want from this connection. That's what it is here. I think you're having some sort of a breakthrough, Gemini, is what it looks like. It feels like you're trying to figure out what I want from this marriage. What do I want from this long-term relationship? Do I even want a long-term relationship? Look, for some of you, you could already be in a relationship with somebody, right? The Ten of Pentacles is abundance. It's something that's been going on for a long while. It's also a lot of legacy or money. It could be funds as well. So I feel like what's the main thing that's going on here, the reason why we're seeing this energy up here, is because of the Hanged Man and the Ten of Pentacles. Somebody here is trying to get a different perspective, trying to get perspective on what I want. Do I really want to stay in this marriage? Do I really want this long-term relationship? I don't think that you're not speaking to someone because of any arguments or fights or anything like that. I don't see that here. But it does feel like somebody's sort of going over what really means something to me. And that is, if I ever saw it, is the Virgo full moon eclipse energy. And so it does feel like you're going to be having some sort of a breakthrough this week. So if you're the person who has been in a pause or trying to get perspective, wondering, do I want to stay married? Wondering, is a long-term relationship for me? Do I want to take this relationship to the next level? I feel like there is some sort of a breakthrough coming this week for you, that you will get some clarity on what is going to make you happy. Tell me more about this. we've got the Seven of Wands. So I feel like you will be, it feels like your back is against the wall, I want to say. I feel like you're going to be turning your back on something, or your back is against the wall. It does feel like there is, I feel like you're going to get some downloads. I've got to be honest, the Seven of Wands is not really giving me standing your ground. It's giving me energy like there's incoming energy. So I want to say that something will be received. It might be a little bit about standing your ground. I mean, I'm not going to lie here. It could be that somebody is trying to make a decision as to whether they want to stay in a situation. But for those of you who are not in a situation, I feel like for you, everything has stopped dead, and it's giving you a time to think about something. It's giving you a time to, maybe there's no communication right now. It's giving you time to sort of think things through a little bit, Gemini. Am I really happy here, or do I feel like I'm being left on the outside looking in? Tell me what the outcome is for Gemini, please. We've got the King of Cups. And so I feel like that's where the energy is right now for you. That you are sort of feeling like everything around you is a little bit tumultuous, but you're trying to keep your sturdy, steadiness in the tumultuous emotional energies that you're feeling right now. We do have the Three of Cups. And we have the Three of Pentacles in the reverse. So I think for some of you, it feels like you don't want to put any more energy into it. So I'm getting many different energies. So listen up if this is your scenario. There's a group of you, I feel here, who are not willing to put any more energy into this. I feel like you're thinking, is this really what I want? Is it time for me to draw some boundaries and figure out, stand my ground and figure out what's going to really make me happy? For others of you who are in a situation, in a relationship right now, it feels like this energy here is telling me I'm not really sure if I want to carry on with this long-term relationship, and that's why the perspective energy is here. What is really going to make me happy? What is not going to make me happy? I feel that you're not speaking to this person right now, and not because you've had an argument, but because you're needing to keep to yourself and figure out you're really inward, I want to say, trying to figure out, what do I want? What do I need? Is this the person that I want to be with? It does feel like you are somebody who's not really showing any of this on the surface to anybody, probably not even your partner if you've got a partner right now. For those of you who are not in some sort of a partnership, I feel like there is a decision to be made here. So it's a third scenario. It feels like, do I want a long-term relationship? Again, that's what I think the Ten of Pentacles and the perspective is with the Hanged Man. What is really going to make me happy? And do I have the right perspective? Is this really a spark in love, or should I just ignore it and keep moving? So somebody here is trying to make a decision about, do I really want to get involved in this or not? It feels like some of you in the outcome are not going to put your energy in. Some of you are going to have the reunion. Some of you are going to be celebrating, and others of you feel like this is a tumultuous time that you just got to hang on until these energies settle themselves. I feel like the Queen of Swords is telling me, gosh, we're seeing the Queen of Swords a lot. Look, we've got this, right? This full moon coming up. Venus is already in retrograde, and then Mercury goes into retrograde this week. We've got the Four of Wands and the Queen of Swords. So it tells me we have to have a really honest and truthful conversation about what we're doing with our stability. Are we moving in together, or is it over? It feels like an all or nothing scenario here in either case. In any of the cases, it feels like an all or nothing scenario. That's what it feels like. It's like the Queen of Swords is like, look, are we all in, or are we not? Like, I need to know what is going on here. King of Wands, and I will pursue accordingly. So it does feel like there is some victory and happiness that's here, depending on what your scenario is. Depending on what decision you make, I feel like you'll be making the best decision for your highest good, Gemini, and you'll be making the best decision, the one that is going to make you happy. You're not necessarily considering what will make other people happy. So we do have Cancer energy here. We have Aries, Sagittarius, Leo. We have more Leo energy, some Pisces. We have Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, Libra, and Taurus. We do have Scorpio, Pisces, and Cancer, and more air energy, Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius. All right, decisions. Let's look at Cancer. Tell me about Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus and Jupiter. Tell me about Cancer, please. What is coming up this week? Sneak peek for this week for Cancer. Tell me about Cancer. Tell me about Cancer. Next 7 days for Cancer, please. All right, on a new path, friends. I like it. Something is going to spark your interest this week. A little bit of excitement is about to show up. I think you need it, Cancer. Something is showing up here. We do have the Hanged Man. I want to say that after being in this place of perspective or in a pause, I want to say trying to figure out what you want, I feel like there's finally going to be some movement this week for you, Cancer. We have the Devil energy, and we have the Knight of Wands. Well, what is this? The Knight of Wands and the Devil energy is giving me the energy of something is about to move really quick. We've got a couple of wands here, first of all. Gosh, there's so much coming at me, I can't get it through. So let me just try and get it to you as logically as possible. So we have the 2 wands here, which tells me there is preparation. You need to be prepared to make some sort of decision for movement, first of all, right? That's what I felt when I put down the Page of Wands. We do have the Hanged Man energy, and the Hanged Man energy is the pause or the perspective, or I'm trying to look at something from a different point of view. Is this person a toxic person or are they not? Whatever is coming at you here has got you in some sort of fear or doubt, or it feels like I feel like you feel that something's about to change or something is showing up really quickly here. The Knight of Wands could be a person. They don't have to be. The Knight of Wands isn't always a person, but we do have the Devil energy. If it is a person, I feel like there is somebody here who I feel might be coming back around. And this person is somebody who I feel doesn't stay for a long while in your life. Feels like they are somebody who comes and goes. Tell me about the Page of Wands, please. We have the 6 of Pentacles. We've got the Sun. And we've got the 10 of Pentacles. It feels to me like you're pretty excited about this. That's the thing. I feel like you're kind of excited about whatever is showing up from the distance. So something is on the approach, whether it's a person, a situation, a job, whatever it is, something is on the approach. It's like you feel something is going on out there and is about to show up, and it's showing up quickly here. It feels like it is, for some of you, could possibly be reciprocal energy. So maybe you're going out and being amongst friends or people that you know. It feels like you are getting a really clear view of what is going on in your pentacle world. With the Sun next to the 10 of Pentacles, it tells me something is about to go really fortunately or really right in your pentacle world. I feel like you go from the 6 of Pentacles to the 10, and the Sun is in the middle. It feels like it's a breakthrough of finances. So this might be a breath of fresh air this week for you. It might be a financial breakthrough that's showing up. That possibly you felt that you weren't getting enough. Possibly you weren't getting enough either from people in terms of energy, or you weren't making enough money. This could mean that you're getting a raise. This could mean the promotion or the new job that you've been wanting. But it feels like you haven't been getting enough, and I feel like that's going to change. The Sun is definitely a breakthrough and is also ultimate happiness, right? It's the happiest card in the deck. So you're going to be happy with some sort of a windfall, it feels like here. And this Knight of Wands here, I want to check out this energy down here, please, because I'm not really sure what this Knight of Wands and the Devil is about. It does feel like there is something that you have a fear of, that maybe somebody is going to show up, and maybe like you're quite psychic, right? So I feel like you have a feeling that somebody is going to show up here in your life that usually comes in and out of your life and you haven't seen them in a while. Tell me what this is. We've got the 7 of Cups, we've got the Page of Cups, and then we've got the Death card. This is not a new person. Nope. It's not. The Death card and the Page of Cups. This is not a new person. This is a person that you already know that has transformed. I feel like you're a little bit confused as to why this person is showing up, because I feel that you walked away from a situation, Cancer, that, the 8 Cups is here, right? You're a little bit overwhelmed and confused when this person shows up. And I feel like you're confused because I feel like you've already disconnected from them. I feel this is a person who possibly was quite immature in their emotions or their feelings. The Page of Cups, I feel, is with the Death card. So I feel like that has changed. I want to say this person maybe has gone from a page to a knight, but I don't know about the Knight of Wands, right? The Knight of Wands is a little bit of instability. Things are moving really fast. I feel like you have this undeniable attraction for this person, though. You're drawn into them because of how they look. I think you're quite drawn in by them here. We do have the Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles. Look, for some of you, this person could be someone you're related to. It could be a friend. It doesn't have to be a lover. It does feel like this person lives quite an erratic life. They're a person who doesn't really give any stability or stay in any one place for any long period of time. This person could be showing up because you're the one with the money, right? Maybe they've heard about this. You came into a windfall. You got the job. You got the upgrade. You got the promotion or more money, whatever it is. It feels like they see you as the Queen of Pentacles. Now that things have changed, they might be showing up to speak to you as the Queen of Pentacles. So I think for some of you, the message is windfall. For others of you, I think the message is, I don't think you're supposed to trust the Knight of Wands, whatever capacity they are. Doesn't mean that they have to be an old lover. It could mean that they are an old friend. It could be that they are an adult child. But this person is somebody that puts you into the Hanged Man energy. They put you on a pause. And so you haven't seen them for a while. But now they're racing back in. But I think that the Devil energy is telling me that the intentions aren't really good. And it might be because they're going to say, look, I've grown up, and they're actually coming in for money is what it feels like here. I feel like you've disconnected from this person or pulled away. It wasn't for you. Tell me what the outcome is. We've got the Knight of Swords. This is someone who's coming in quite aggressively, or there might be some aggressive messages or conversation that might take place here. We have the Three of Pentacles. And we have the Six of Cups. So definitely is somebody that you know, someone you have a lot of water under the bridge with, nostalgia possibly, right? I feel like if this is, we're talking about someone that you used to date, I feel like you're just friends now. I feel like there's been nothing passionate, nothing like that going on. I feel like this person is showing up and saying, hey, remember me? I'm from your past. Are we still friends? Like, it feels like there's going to be some sort of really clear, sharp conversation, and it is going to be a little bit aggressive. Somebody's trying to get back into your life is what it feels like here, Cancer. Something didn't work out for them, and they're on the way back. Around the corner, we've got the Queen of Cups, we've got the Hierophant energy, and we've got the Four of Pentacles. This could be someone you used to be married to. Could be someone, maybe you weren't in marriage, maybe you were just committed to them in a love capacity. We do have the Four of Pentacles, though. You're not letting them in. You're like, no, bro. No, thank you. Five Pentacles here with the Queen and the Four of Pentacles. I don't think you're going to let them in here. I feel like you see them for who they are, regardless of whether they say they've changed or not. I feel like, yeeks, yeah, the Tower is here. Why is that? We've got the Six of Swords, we've got the Nine of Pentacles, and the Two of Pentacles. My decision is I'm staying single, go away. It feels like you're just leaving this chaotic situation. So it does feel like there is somebody here that's going to be showing up here because something has ended for them. They're having a life shift, and they're thinking about you in terms of relationship or love, and they want to begin again. That's what it is. So try not to shoot the reader, because look, Venus is in retrograde in Aries, right? We just saw the Knight of Wands showing up, right? And we also have Mercury retrograde at the end of the week. All right, so we do have Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn here. We have Scorpio, more Scorpio energy. We do have Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, Taurus, Capricorn, Pisces. We've got Gemini, Leo, and more Scorpio. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, no, Taurus, Leo, Aquarius, and Scorpio, sorry. All right. Let's take a look at Leo. Tell me about Leo. Leo for this week, please. Sneak peek for this week. Leo for the next 7 days. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Leo. Tell me about Leo. Tell me about Leo, please. We've got Chariot. Something is about to pick up in energy here. Something's about to move quickly. Tell me why the Chariot's here. We've got the King of Wands. It's your energy. We've got Justice. And we've got the Three of Pentacles. It does feel like you want to have some sort of justice in something from the past here. I think you're still thinking about, or yeah, it does feel like you are thinking about, because justice is air energy, right? That's Libra. And I feel like you are thinking about something from the past here, but really wanting to just move forward from it. It does feel like you need justice in the Three of Pentacles. So, justice is about something being restored. The Three of Pentacles can be about the workplace. So some of you, or maybe one or two of you, might be being called back to an old job. Maybe you were laid off, being called back to an old job. The Three of Pentacles is also friendship, though. It's a network. It's a community. And I feel like you'll be getting, it feels like you want to get some justice in a friendship or a friend of a friend. It does feel like you need some stability with somebody here. It could be a Libra, it could be an Aries, a Sagittarius, or a Leo, it could be a Cancer. The Cancer energy is like feelings are hidden beneath the surface here. Leo, I don't know if it's you or somebody else, but it feels like we're looking at each other as friends, but I feel like you want to get justice in whatever energy or emotions are hiding beneath the surface. You want to move things along. I feel like it's with somebody that you can't stop thinking about. Somebody who is already in your past, but I feel like you want to restore friendship with this person. That's what it feels like. Can we just start by restoring friendship? But I feel like you're doing it because you have underlying feelings. It's become quite heavy on you. Then I feel that you've been carrying this around. It feels like it's something that you are not able to let go of. It's a lot of pressure that you've been carrying to. It feels like you feel like you should do this, although I feel like you want to. It feels like it's getting to the point where you can't handle the weight of it anymore, is what it feels like. We've got the Knight of Cups in the reverse. And we've got the Sun. Yeah. So in my mind's eye, my guide Charlie just showed me someone plucking leaves off of a rose. Does she love me? Does he love me not? Does he love me? Does she love me not? That's what it feels like here, because the Knight of Cups in the reverse for me is unrequited love. So what's weighing heavy on you, Leo, is I feel like you want to make a move. I feel like you want to move forward with this person and restore the friendship and start there. But it feels like you feel that there's unrequited love here, that there is someone here who is not interested. The Sun is here, though, and I feel like you're having some sort of a realization or a breakthrough that what is weighing heavy on you is the unrequited love. It feels like you want to restore friendship with the purpose of possibly restoring some sort of romantic connection that you had with this person. I feel like the breakthrough comes because you have had a breakthrough, Leo. It feels like in your readings lately with me that you've been going through some sort of an awakening or an ascension, or you're realizing things. And so you're seeing things under the sun that you didn't see before. And I think those things are not only about whatever carnage is going on around you, but I feel like you're seeing maybe some of the carnage that was caused through carrying all this heavy weight. And so it feels like each of those wands might be an old relationship, or might be a friends with benefits situation. Whenever I see fire and pentacles, it's friends with benefits. So maybe this was a friends with benefits situation, and it since has gone by the wayside and it's already in the past, but it feels like you're now getting some sort of a realization or a breakthrough about it, that this particular connection actually did make you quite happy. Tell me more about this, please. I think you're harboring feelings under the surface for somebody here that you are thinking about quite a lot. We have the Seven of Swords, but will they trust you? Will you trust them? Flip it as you need it. It's a general reading. We have the Four of Swords. And the Two of Wands. I feel like you've been preparing through healing to change your mind or change some sort of ways. The Seven of Swords, you know, there's no two ways about it. It is about things that are being concealed or under the surface, and we can't ignore that it's next to the Chariot energy. I feel like what you've been concealing from someone that you still have feelings for is that you really would rather, if you were able to make the decision, you would rather move forward with them and heal this whole thing. So I feel like that's what you're preparing for right now. It feels like you're trying to heal the mind. You're trying to be more forthright, I want to say, with the Seven of Swords and the sun shining on the Seven of Swords. You're trying to be more honest. You want to be honest about whatever feelings are under the surface here. And we have the Five of Wands. But can I, you know, it's like, I'm not really sure. It feels like you're holding back or beating yourself up about. It feels like you had a chance to be with somebody here, and maybe you just were busy looking, like maybe you had FOMO, right? Fear of missing out. So maybe you were just looking, even when you were with this person, you were looking into the future and saying, oh, what about that one? What about that one? So I feel like you really didn't settle on this person, and I feel like they are in your past right now, and it feels like you've been kind of beating yourself up about it. I feel like you are going to have victory in this healing if that's what you're doing right now. And I do feel that Seven of Swords with the sunshine here is telling me that you're doing that by being more honest with yourself and others. Tell me about this Justice card here. Justice and the Three of Pentacles. We've got the Ace of Wands. Yeah, you still have passionate feelings for this person. You actually have more than just passionate feelings. It feels like you really want to work on it because you've realized that this person that you can't stop thinking about is likely more than a friend. This person is probably a soulmate. And I feel that you're wanting to see if there still is anything left here, is what it feels like. Tell me what the outcome is. We do have the Seven of Pentacles. You've been waiting. It could be a while, maybe years even, that you've been waiting to say something. We do have the Four of Cups. It feels like you are worried about being rejected, and maybe that's why you haven't said anything just yet. I feel like maybe there's communication that goes on in text every once in a while, because the Four of Cups is like I'm sort of in my comfort zone, and you know, I'm looking at her with the phone on the ground, not really paying attention. It's like maybe you've texted this person and maybe they've given you a feeling that they're rejecting you. I want to say the Hierophant here is telling me that I feel that you're kind of serious about them. But it feels like there has been something that went on in the past. And I think is that there was a friends with benefits thing here. And I think you can't stop thinking about this person. Yeah, Dark Horse. Katy Perry, you fooled around and got addicted is what you did, whether you're the feminine or the masculine. We do have the Page of Swords, so now you watch them. You watch them from a distance, I feel, trying to learn more about them, and you see them being happy or carrying on with other friends, possibly just being happy without your presence in their life, and that's what makes you stuck in the nostalgia, is that you're stuck in the nostalgia of the happy times that you had, and as you watch this person having fun with friends, or maybe traveling, or it feels like you're stuck in this emotional energy of the Six of Cups and the Three of Cups, that you now know that this person is your wish fulfillment, but it feels like you're watching them from a distance. You do want to talk. Are you going to do that this week? No, I think you're going to wait on it. I feel like you're feeling just too detached from your feelings at this moment, but I feel that you do want to have some sort of a new beginning here. Again, Nine Cups is showing up, that you really want this new beginning. I think you want to try again, show somebody your feelings, maybe even just a little bit, because it feels like you had big feelings for this person, but they were submerged with the Chariot energy, Ten of Swords. Yeah, I feel like, oh, there it is. So we have, you really need to release the pain that you're in right now. I feel like you need to release this energy of holding back, and I think that will happen possibly this week for some of you, that you're breaking free from some sort of, maybe you have broken free from fear, from addiction, possibly. You've turned your back on it, and the moon energy is here. That's a lot of dark energy. I'm just saying, I feel like you're going through a dark night of the soul, friend. That's what it feels like here. It feels like you're going through a dark night of the soul, and you're trying to be courageous as things are falling down around you here. And I feel like you're just trying to release pain is what you're doing at this time. You don't think that this person is going to give you reciprocal energy, and all you want is for your heart to heal. I feel like things in a destined way are going to be turning. Things are going to be changing for you here. And I think that you will be meeting this person possibly in the 3D. Maybe you bump into them. Maybe you don't necessarily call them and ask them out. But I feel like your biggest worry is that now that you are happy and you've come through some sort of dark night of the soul, that this person doesn't really have interest in you anymore. So I feel like that's what you're going to explore this week in the next 7 days. Maybe within the mind, but also maybe with that person. So we have fire energy, first of all. So we have Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, Scorpio energy. We have Gemini. We have Leo energy. We have Taurus, Libra, Aries, Sagittarius, Leo. This could go on in Aries season, which is just around the corner, by the way. And yeah, we've got Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer energy here. Lots of emotional energy, but some of it being held under the surface. Tell me about Virgo, please. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Virgo. Virgo, you have that full moon eclipse coming up in your sign, friend. Big changes, cleaning some things out, maybe releasing, decluttering the mind, the closets, the life, putting things where they belong in their practical place. Tell me about Virgo, please. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. What does Virgo need to know for this week? Sneak peek for this week, the next 7 days. We have the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. We've got the Two of Pentacles. This is not the week to make any big decisions, friend. We have the Ace of Wands. And we have the Knight of Cups. That is the Prince. So, yeah, I don't feel like this is the week that you should be making any really big decisions. It feels like this Ace of Wands here, I feel like you are excited about some sort of emotional or romantic opportunity. And I feel like this is not the week for you to make a decision about that, because there are a lot of tumultuous energies that are going on in the heavens, right? The Wheel of Fortune in the reverse tells me it's not time. This is not the right time. It's not time for things to change just yet. I just feel like this Ace of Wands energy is Aries energy, and it feels to me like you're waiting like the thoroughbred behind the gate. It's like you're waiting to communicate with somebody, talk about your feelings, all of those things. But I feel like your advice is telling you not to do that. That this is not the week to make any really big decisions that maybe you might regret afterwards, right? Mercury is in retrograde, right? So if you're thinking about somebody who maybe an ex, possibly, it could be an ex, it doesn't have to be, but Prince of Cups in the reverse for me, the Knight, is unrequited love. So it feels like there was a lot of passion with somebody, but maybe unrequited love with them. This is not the week for you to pursue them or make any big decisions about that. Tell me why the Wheel of Fortune is in the reverse. We have the Ace of Pentacles. We have the Five of Pentacles. And we have the Moon energy. So it does feel like you do want to advance here. I'm just going to say it, that Charlie is saying that if you are looking for that raise or promotion this week, I don't think this is the week. I feel like it might be in the future because the Moon energy is here, and the Moon energy throws the energy of things are not as they seem. So I'm going to say with the Five of Pentacles here, it's telling me that it's not this week. You're not going to hear about that this week. I'm not saying it's not going to be forever, but right now is not the time. When the Wheel of Fortune is here, nothing is changing, right? This isn't the time for any big decisions to be made or any changes to come. We do have, I think that what this energy is telling me is that you need to, I feel, work on the self. I feel like there's something you're missing. You need to go over some details. I want to say 5, 6, and 2 is 8. And so that is sometimes self-mastery. So it could be that. Maybe you need to go more over yourself with the self-audit first before you end up moving forward here. because the moon energy is here and you can't really see what is in front of you, I feel like the moon energy is trying to protect you from something. It doesn't feel like fear. It feels like that the universe is creating some sort of a fog or some sort of darkness in the future, so you can't see what's about to happen here because you're not supposed to be moving forward to this right now. Tell me more about Virgo. I've got the Ten of Pentacles. Got the Justice card in the reverse. Yeah, it definitely, if you're making a big decision, if it's legal, if you're signing any papers, if it's something that is going to impact your life for a long time to come, like for years, 10 years, millennial years, like millennia, I'm going to say that this is not the time to do that. Justice in the reverse with the Ten of Pentacles tells me it's not the time for you to make any decisions about things that are going to make a mark on your life for a long time. We have the Devil energy. Dude, don't do it. No, like I'm just like, I feel like you should reschedule the appointment or just not go to the appointment. Put something off. I feel like you're supposed to put it off for a little bit. Don't cancel it, but maybe put it off. This is not the energy that you want. Look, we've got the Moon, we've got the Devil, we've got the Justice in the reverse. Prince of Cups is in the reverse, Knight of Cups, right? And the 8 Pentacles are here. It feels like with the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, it's all pointing to this is not the time for you to make any big decisions about anything, whether it's love, whether it's money, whether I should quit or stay at my job, should I sign the new contract. If there's anything that you can put off for now, I think that you should. We have the 8 of Swords. I think this is the energy that you're going to be in this week. So I feel like it's, I can't make decisions. I feel like it feels like the Devil energy is giving me the energy for you that's like you're very psychic, right? Something is not right. Something is not right. Something could go wrong. And I'm not saying to be worried about anything. I don't think your finances are being impacted. I don't think that you have to worry about anything. I'm just saying that if everything is good the way it is right now, just let it go. Let it be as it is for now, because I feel like there's a reason that you're in a pause here. There's a reason that you're overthinking it. If you don't have a clear view of what's going on, then you shouldn't be making really any big impactful decisions. Look, whether you go to Tim's or Starbucks, fine, make that decision. But if it's something that is legal, if it's something that is going to impact you financially for a very long time, even if it looks lucrative, please make sure that you have somebody who can look at it with you. But this week doesn't seem to be the week that you're supposed to be making any of these decisions here. You're supposed to be focused on practicality, focus on the details, maybe going over all of the analytics before you make any decisions. Because with the Moon here, I don't think you can see it all. Tell me what the outcome is here, please. We do have the Queen of Cups. For some of you, you're about to make a decision in love, or you're about to move in on somebody. Like I feel like the Ace of Wands is telling me you're about to pursue somebody or talk about feelings. This could go off the rails a little bit. The Queen of Cups and the Ten of Cups is here in the outcome, and then we have the Hanged Man. So it does feel like with the Three of Cups that possibly you might be asking somebody out for the purpose of spilling your guts, telling them all about how you feel about them. I feel like you need a perspective here. I feel like, yes, in the outcome it says the Queen of Cups and the Ten of Cups. Yes, this is going to happen. It's going to happen for you. It definitely will be a happy time for you. But I feel like right now what you need is perspective. You need to go over yourself. Don't make any quick moves here. I feel like you will be asking somebody out, but I don't think that, or maybe they're asking you out, Virgo, but I don't think it's the time to spill your guts about how you're feeling. We do have the King of Wands, we have the Four of Pentacles, and we have the Seven of Swords. So that tells me don't pursue. This isn't the week to pursue anything that's really important because there's things under the surface that you don't see with the Seven of Swords. You could get screwed out of some money, or maybe you sign a contract and you didn't look at the fine print, or it feels like something is hiding under the surface. With the Four of Pentacles, it's telling me don't do it. Be behind the boundaries. Don't share your energy. Don't share your time. It feels like you need to be miserly with your energy because the King of Wands is ready to go. And I was getting that with the Ace of Wands, that you're ready, like at the thoroughbred at the gate. But I feel like it's telling you, no, this is not the time for it here. Three of Wands is wait. Wait for something to show up here. The sun is here until it's a little clearer, until you can go from the moon energy to the sun energy, until you can get all the details on something. Maybe this is not the week for you to, and it's only a week, it's 7 days, right? Maybe you can put it off, put off the appointment, put off the signing, put off whatever it is for a week here. We do have Pisces energy a couple times here. We do have Capricorn and Libra. We have Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. We have a lot of earth energy. Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, Aries, Sagittarius, Leo, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo, and Sagittarius. We like have all the signs here. Leo is there. All right. Let's talk about it, Libra. Tell me about Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Libra. Sneak peek for this week. Next 7 days for Libra. Libra, your readings have been really good lately. Tell me what's going on this week. Look, we have that full moon in Virgo, right? The eclipse is coming up this week. Plus, Mercury goes into retrograde on Saturday. Full moon on Friday. And then Saturday, Mercury is right into retrograde. So things are going to be a little bit wackadoo here. Tell me about Libra. And so I'm saying that because you're the one with the balance, right? So things might feel a little bit out of balance for you, Libra. Mentally, physically, possibly. Ooh, there we go. 5 swords. I was feeling it already. I think that's why I was giving you the pep talk. I'm going to say don't engage. Don't engage with anybody who just wants to argue and fight, who tries to outthink you, who's telling you that you don't know what you're talking about. I feel like you just need to not engage. If you feel like it's going to go off the rails, don't engage because, well, everything is changing planetarily. It feels like this could be a permanent damage to an otherwise situation that could otherwise be solved through communication. I feel like communication is going to be off, of course, right? We've got Aquarius, who is the great communicator. But we do have the World card as well, right? This is Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo. It feels like we could be maybe, at risk of not being as clear with communication because of Mercury being in retrograde. So be careful with that. And it could be, arguments that usually would have been resolved through communication, as I said, because Aquarius is here, that maybe it just might end up ending a relationship or a friendship. Somebody might just throw their swords down and say, this is the last time I want to talk to you. So just be wary of that energy here. We've got the 9 of Cups and we have the Death card. So like I said, something that could otherwise be easily resolved through understanding, right? We got Pisces here. Through, you know what, maybe I'm not going to feel so offended by that. I feel like the Death card is here with the 9 of Cups saying it's not going to be a happy outcome. So I would say that if you're feeling angry or argumentative, and some people may, you could have an Aries placement. You don't have to, but look, that energy is affecting all of us, especially with Mercury in retrograde and Venus in retrograde. Venus in retrograde and Aries is bringing things up from the bottom to the top, right? So it could be things that are gurgling up to the surface. Tell me about the 5 of Swords, please, for Libra. We've got the Lover. So this could be in a relationship you're already in. Could be with somebody that you're intended to get her into a relationship with. We've got the Page of Wands. And we've got the 8 of Swords. So I think that's kind of just what I said, right? The Page of Swords is here, which is the communication, the messaging. And then we have the 8 of Swords. I feel like you're supposed to keep whatever is in your head. This is the only time that I'm advocating for the 8 of Swords. Look, maybe you're overthinking it, but maybe it's not time to say something about it. Maybe it's time to keep it in the mind. With the Lovers here, it could be in a relationship that you're already in. This is not the time to spill your guts about how you feel about someone. It feels with the Lovers here, this is positive energy, of course. It is Gemini energy. It is, up in the mind, right? But it is also, I feel that if you are communicating, especially in text, look, so many things are misconstrued through text because people will read it in the tone that's in their head. And if you send somebody a message that is benign and you don't intend to hurt them or say anything rude, but they're in a bad mood, they will read it with the energy of you being in the bad mood. So I'm going to say be careful how you're communicating with people, the ones that you love the most. I would say make good choices in communication, but if you can not get into an argument, I think that's the best thing, because I feel like it ends something that could be really happy. It could end a relationship of some sort. Yes, it's going to get into a place of character assassination. That's what that feels like, the Ten of Swords. It feels like character assassination. 5 of Swords, 8 of Swords, 5 of Swords, 10 of Swords, right? It feels like character assassination. Everything that is in my head, I'm just going to say it, but it makes a permanent change. Death card is here. It makes a permanent change in something here. We've got the Magician. And we've got the 7 of Wands. Gosh. Look, the thing is this. These are some pretty harsh energies, and things are a little bit wackadoo, right? And, I mean, you could believe that planets influence you. Maybe you don't. That is totally up to you. But I feel like what it's saying here is that I feel like you feel that somebody is trying to manipulate your thoughts with their words. And the 7 of Wands tells me you're in this energy of back off. Back away, back off, stop arguing with me. Let's just not talk about this. Let's approach this next week. It feels like the 7 of Wands tells me that you have to defend yourself against somebody who I feel you're going to end up engaging in an argument with, but this might end up being, unfortunately, a permanent solution to a very temporary situation, where something that didn't have to go off the rails if we didn't do this communicating. This could be with a friend. Look, it doesn't have to be with a lover, but it could be you love this friend a lot, right? It could be a soulmate friend. The 3 of Pentacles it could be in the workplace. Like, be careful, right? Be careful. Like, it could be a disagreement you get into in the workplace. We do have the 3 of Pentacles. This is your network or your community, or a friend of a friend, or it could be a friend of yours, somebody that you look up to, someone that you trust, or that looks up to you or trusts you. It feels like it could end up closing a door. It could end up you quitting a job. It could end up on you getting fired. So be careful of what's going on grammatically. For the week, I'm going to say, Libra, be careful, pick your words, right? We can't avoid the energies as they are, but we can sure pick our words. We've got the 3 of Swords in the outcome. We've got the Hanged Man energy. Take a pause. Do it. 10 of Pentacles. Okay, so look, I feel like, yikes. And then the Queen of Wands is in the reverse. So the Queen of Wands in the reverse is, I don't really give a shit. Yeah, I don't really care what you think. I'm going to go do what I'm going to do. I'm focused on me. I don't really, like, it feels like that kind of energy. So I want to say with the Hanged Man energy, with the 3 of Swords, the 3 of Swords is your energy. That's Libra energy. I feel like the Hanged Man with the 3 of Swords is telling me, before you say anything, take a pause. Look at the perspective of it. What sort of havoc is this going to wreak, right? Because it could be that we're talking about a job or a long-term relationship, something that is going to affect you on a personal and 3D level, your material goods, possibly a raise, possibly a job, possibly a long-term relationship. So I think that the Queen of Wands in the reverse is doing the things that, it feels a little bit selfish, I want to say. It's a little bit selfish here, and it feels like this ends up being face-to-face. And it could be, for some of you who are in a romantic connection, it could be covering you as well. So tell me what's around the corner here. Tell me what's around the corner for Libra. The Wheel of Fortune. Things are going to change and get better here. So wait for change. Wait for everything to change. Wait till we're out of this energy, of this eclipse energy, maybe at least out of the full moon energy. I think the eclipse energies last for longer, but maybe at least out of this full moon energy. And we have the Ace of Swords, because a conversation could leave you out in the cold here. It could leave you in a place where you don't want to be with someone that you love quite a lot. What could change is that the conversation could lead to you being on the outside looking in. It could also lead to a financial impact, because, depending on where you're speaking your truth, whether you think that you're doing it for good reason or not, whether you're speaking your truth at the workplace or with a loved one, a family member, a friend, or somebody that you are in a relationship or want to pursue a relationship with, I feel like the outcome could be detrimental. Now, the Wheel of Fortune is here, but understand the Wheel of Fortune is here with the Five of Pentacles. And the Wheel of Fortune is always expansion, but expansion on the Five of Pentacles. And it is that things are getting more fortunate as they change, but maybe this is a change that needs to happen in your life. Maybe that's why the wheel is showing up here. Use your intuition. Stay quiet when you need to. Make sure that you're assessing the situation before you say anything. The High Priestess is the one who stays quiet and mysterious. The Hanged Man is the one who has perspective. So make sure that you have your perspective and that you know what you're going to do before you start running off and chasing things that you don't know are going to work out for you. Knight of Wands is in the reverse. All right, that's warning number 2. I think Gemini got one of those too. All right, we've got Capricorn energy. We have Leo energy. We have Pisces, Taurus, Scorpio energy, more Pisces, Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo, and Sagittarius, Virgo. We do have Gemini energy, more Pisces energy, and we have Aquarius and Libra. Hoo-wee. Scorpio. Oh my gosh. Look, let me take a sip of my tea here, Scorpio. Ooh, yerba mate in the cup today. All right, Scorpio. Let's find out what's coming up for you in the next 7 days. These are some wild energies. I'm just saying. Let's find out what's going on for you, Scorpio. Sun, Moon, Rising. Venus and Jupiter the next 7 days. Sneak peek for this week for Scorpio. Tell me what's going on for Scorpio, please. Tell me about Scorpio. Well, we ask for Scorpio and Scorpio appears, right? Scorpio, it feels like something is in a very deep change for you this week. Please keep in mind that we do have on Friday, we do have the full moon eclipse in Virgo. Saturday, everything goes into retrograde, right? The Mercury goes into retrograde. Venus is in retrograde already. Things are coming to an end. There is something here that I feel has already completed or ended, and it's about to transform itself, but I think it's the end of something here. Tell me what is going on for Scorpio. We have the star. We have the High Priestess. And we have the Ten of Cups. Okay, so I feel like there is a wish fulfillment that's coming in that is going to transform something. But the reason that it's transforming something is because you have to give something up in order to get all of the happy benefits of the transformation. So something needs to end before something else can begin. I think the star is telling me that healing is here, that you're about to get some sort of stability here, but it is something that is going to rock your world. I'm going to say, like, the star energy with the death card is giving me the energy of it is something that is going to rock your stability. Because right now this person's got 1 foot in the water, 1 foot on the earth, and it looks like they're trying to get their balance between their pentacle world and their emotions. And then death comes along and switches everything up. So it feels like maybe you come from this place where you're manifesting a lot of stability, and I feel like your intuition knows that something is up, that something is about to change here. I feel like it's a happy thing, I want to say, but it is going to rock your world. Like, I don't feel like the transition is going to be very easy for you. It might have something to do with your family as well. It could be that. Let's take a little more of a deeper look here to the death card. Tell me what this transformation is about, please. We've got the Knight of Wands. So I feel like you feel like something's bearing down on you. You know that feeling, right? You can see a car in the distance, and how far is it? Do I have time to get across the road? It feels like that sort of energy here. Do I have time to get out of the way? We have the Three of Cups. And we have the Hierophant. Okay. The death card and the Hierophant for me is the end of a commitment. It's the end of a commitment, something that you feel that you don't see possibly. And that's only for some of you. It feels like the Death card and the Hierophant is the end of a commitment or the end of a cycle, and now you've learned a lesson. For others of you, it feels like there is some sort of stability that's showing up in your life. The end of a commitment could mean the end of a contract you were doing. Could be the end of a job and now finally you get paid. It could be the end of a romantic commitment. It could be the end of a really tough cycle, and now you get to learn this lesson of stability and the importance of staying on task and staying on track and digging your heels in when you're supposed to. Pardon me. We do have the Three of Cups, so there is some celebration here or a reunion of sorts. So it feels like you feel something's bearing down on you. There is a big change that's showing up here. That's what you're feeling in the distance, but you don't quite know what it is. For some of you, it's the end of something. For others of you, for some of you, it's the end of a commitment, whatever that commitment is for you. But for others of you, it feels like the end of something is going to bring you some happiness that you didn't anticipate, that you don't know why this change is going to make you so happy. So whatever it is, it's charging at you pretty quickly here. So I feel like what I'm supposed to tell you is that within the week, because we've got one wand sticking out here, within the week that there is going to be some sort of great change for you here. For some of you, it could be some sort of wish fulfillment or manifestation that you've been keeping hidden or secret about this Ten of Cups. We've got the King of Pentacles. We've got the Six of Cups. And we've got the Ten of Swords. One more card. The Six of Pentacles. I feel like you're letting go of something. I think that's what the Death card is about. I feel like you're releasing some sort of hurt feelings or something someone said to you that really hurt you. And it feels like they could be a family member. It feels like with the Ten of Cups here and the King of Pentacles, it feels like you're going to have a very lucrative week. It feels like your finances will be on point. I know I'm everywhere, but listen, I'm reading for a lot of people, so I'm trying to keep it as logical as possible. So we have the Ten of Cups and the King of Pentacles, which is telling me for some of you, you're going to be very happy with some sort of stable or stability that you get in your material world this week. It feels like for some of you, if you are one of the ones that's in some sort of relationship that's ending, like a divorce, I feel like the payout comes this week. It feels like there is a financial gain that comes from that. And that's what sort of makes you release the pain just a little bit. The pain of the memories is still going to be there, but I feel like it releases the pain of whatever has been going on financially. Because I feel like bills are paying up and you've got to pay things out. You've got to give money away. And I feel like you've been waiting for something to show up in the bank account, waiting for something to be settled. And so I think that if it's you that's, maybe sold the house or maybe selling off assets or something like that because your relationship has ended, I feel like that is what's coming through for you this week. It feels like that's what's bearing down on you. It's actually going to be celebratory for you. It feels like you're going to be happy about the outcome. All right. I just want to know what the High Priestess is hiding here. Like, I don't think the High Priestess is hiding anything, but it feels like it's a secret of some sort here, but it feels like it's a happy secret for some of you. So I just want to know what's going on here. We've got the Page of Swords, the Page of Cups, and the Three of Pentacles. I feel like you're finding some new friends is what it feels like. Maybe you've been wishing or hoping for or manifesting a new group of friends. It feels like it might be that. For those of you who are in this relationship thing that is ending, maybe it's a marriage or the ending of a commitment, it feels like you might be able to see the kids this week. Maybe that's something you've been struggling with. It feels like you're going to get on the same page with a co-parenting plan, and now you're going to be able to engage with the children again. If it's not for you about the kids, I feel like the High Priestess is I feel like the secret that you don't know is that I feel like you're going to be engaging with a new group of people and possibly even a new love connection here. Because the Page of Swords is the one that is digging up information, or the one who's quite resourceful. And the Page of Cups is the beginning of some sort of a friendship that might be, maybe you're sort of sweet on maybe a friend of a friend. Maybe you met somebody through a friend, and maybe you've got a little bit of feelings. I feel like that could be something that you get reciprocation on this week. Tell me what the outcome is, please. We have the Lovers. We have the Five of Cups. And we have the King of Swords. So I do feel that this outcome here is for some of you. It's the ones of you who are ending a commitment. And maybe this is in the distance. Like maybe you don't know this is happening yet. But it feels like if you know about this already, I feel like the lawyer's already involved. It feels like there's already regrets and sadness here over the Lovers, because I feel like you're probably giving up a relationship with somebody who you feel is a soulmate. Look, we're not always meant to be with all of the soulmates because we have thousands of them. Some of them are just meant to be karmic and show up and give us messages or teach us a lesson. I think this might have been one of those karmic situations. So we do have the King of Swords and the Five of Cups. Somebody is going to say to the other person, you know, you really hurt me. You really hurt me through this situation. And I feel like it feels like the last sword in the back here. Somebody really feels stabbed in the back. Tell me what is around the corner here, please. We have the Three of Wands. We have the Knight of Swords. And we have the Six of Wands. So I feel like you're going to feel better after you have this conversation. I feel like you've been waiting to say this, or waiting to speak your feelings for a while about this. I feel like you've been waiting with the Five of Cups here to speak about your regrets, to speak about, I'm sorry this didn't work out, but you really hurt my feelings. I feel like you stabbed me in the back. I've known you forever. I feel like, you know, that as we come to a close on some sort of relationship here, it does feel like, yeah, it feels like it's hardship, feels like it's arguments. We are moving on from that though, and it feels like it will be a little bit easier going into the future. If these are your children, I feel like you're working on a co-parenting plan, working cooperation with somebody else in the Pentacle world about the 10 Cups, and I feel like that's the next step here. We do have the King of Wands. Somebody is going to pursue their happiness. That's what it is. And I feel like there's something here that you don't see. What you don't see is that you are going to gain clarity about how to do that if you're not sure. Like it might be a situation where I feel like I'm never going to be happy again. And, you know, the Five of Cups might be saying that, but I feel like you're going to figure out a way to pursue your happiness here. Look, it feels like these readings this week are a little bit downtrodden, but I feel like there's a lot of, you know, with this eclipse in Virgo, there's a lot of cleanup that's being done here. Cleanup on aisle 5. There's a lot of cleanup that's being done here, right? Things that were hanging on by a thread are ending. Things that we were trying to keep working and it wasn't really working is going to be done. Like it feels like that's sort of the energy that I'm getting for these readings this week. We do have Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. We've got Scorpio energy and Leo. We've got Gemini energy, Aquarius, Libra, and Gemini energy. We do have Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy. More Pisces. We've got Gemini here. We've also got more Aquarius and then more Scorpio energy. Whew. These are energetic readings, man. They really are. So much coming in all at once. Let's find out what's going on for you, Sagittarius, my fire family. How are you, Sag? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus and Jupiter. Tell me what is coming up for Sag in the next 7 days. Sneak peek for this week for Sagittarius. Tell me what is going on for Sag. Tell me about Sagittarius, please. What does Sagittarius need to know this week, the next 7 days? We've got the Six of Pentacles. Why is the Six of Pentacles here? I just heard Charlie say, I think you're giving away too much. So I don't know if it's too much money, too much energy, Sag. It feels like you're giving away too much. And you're giving it away and people just really don't, how can I say, don't respect that you're doing that. It's not that these people on this card don't have respect, but I feel like it's like, yeah, just put it in my hand, let's move along. It feels like it's just an energy of you giving too much to people here. It's time for you to get out amongst the people that will give back to you. I feel like this Three of Cups is really giving me the energy of you really do need reciprocal fun, energy, love, happiness, a place where drinks are flowing. Feels like, Sag, you have possibly been giving a lot to your work, maybe a lot of energy. Maybe you've been paying a lot of bills. Maybe you've been giving a lot out. It's time for you to get some of that back. It's time for you to get your hug meter filled, your love meter filled, your wine meter filled. It feels like it's time for you to get out and be a little more social with some of the people that you know. We do have the star energy here. And the Chariot. It does feel like hopeful energy. It feels like the star is giving me hopeful energy. It's also giving me sort of wish fulfillment energy. I feel like you need to get out in the middle of people who see you as the star. So, and what I mean about that is, you know, when you're out with your besties, right? Even if it's 3 or 4 besties in a group, you're all the star to each other. It feels like that sort of energy, whether you're feminine or masculine. It does feel like you've been keeping your feelings submerged for too long, and it's time to get more balance. I feel like you need more balance here, because there's no way the Chariot can move at all if there is no balance, right? That's why we have the light and the dark Sphinx here. It's an indication that you must have your emotions or your feminine masculine energies in balance in order to be able to move forward, right? We do have this little thing here that indicates health, right? Good health. And so it's like we need to balance in all things, I guess is what I'm trying to say. I think you need a little more balance. You need to go where people can actually see you. And I mean, like, not only see you, like in a restaurant by yourself, but I mean notice you, like look at you and say, hey, nice to see you. How you doing? I think it's time for you to get to be more social. Tell me more about this 6 of Pentacles, please. We've got the Justice card. Yeah, it does feel like the Justice card is giving me like bill paying. It's like obligations is what it feels like. Legal obligations, paying bills, all the things that you have to do in your daily to keep yourself in balance, right? With yourself, your finances, the universe. It might even be business for some of you. We've got the 6 of Wands. Yeah, you need attention right now at this time. Attention from people cheering you on. I feel like you need to get amongst some friends, family. It feels like you've been very serious. I want to say lately it's been very, very serious business for you here. And for some of you, it could be business, but it feels like you've been giving out more than you've been receiving. So it could be to people, but I feel like it's energy. I feel like maybe you're working too much or you're putting in a lot of overtime. It feels like you're doing a thankless job. People don't appreciate what you're doing, but you're doing it anyway. I feel like you're out of balance. I feel like you need to get back into balance here and back into a group of people who really appreciate you, because I feel like right now you're not being noticed. It's like you're one of a crowd, you're not being noticed, and people are taking from you, but they're not really giving anything back to you. I think you need to go to this 3 of Cups energy. So people, friends, family, people who notice you, love you, who can give you hope. I feel like this Justice energy is telling me that you need justice and getting a little bit of attention or being cheered on by people, because I feel like you've been in some sort of serious energy cycle or serious business, or maybe business is serious for you, but it feels like you've been sort of digging your heels in and saying, no, this is the path that I'm on. I've got to stay on this path. I've got to keep working. It feels like you're in scarcity mode is what it feels like. It feels like you have enough, but you're feeling like you don't have enough. We have the 10 of Pentacles. It tells me you have enough. I feel like you do. And you know what I mean by having enough is it's having the bills paid. The lights are on, the heat is going, right? Like the bills are paid, your car payment's paid, the mortgage is good, and maybe you don't have a whole lot left over, but maybe just go out and have dinner and drinks with a couple of friends. I'm not talking about a trip or anything, but it feels like you have enough, but you're acting as though you don't. Things are about to get better though. Sag, finances are about to get better. And I think I've been telling you that for a little bit now. We've got, I think you're worrying about money is what it is, Sag. You don't have to worry about money. Listen, when you worry about money, you send a message to the universe saying, I don't believe you're going to give me any more than what I have. So when you send that message back, what happens? It bounces off the universe, becomes secular, and comes back to you, right? Cyclical, right? And so when you throw scarcity at the universe, that throws it, they throw it back at you. They think that's what you want, right? So I feel like you're worried about changes that are coming. I think that you know that there are changes coming, and I don't think that you know how beautiful and great these changes are that are coming, because I feel like this wheel is going to roll right over these 9 swords, and it's going to squash any worries that you've been having about your finances at all. I feel like you can almost rest a little. It's like you're up at night, or you have broken sleep, or maybe you're having dreams. Maybe you're having dreams of being chased, possibly. The tower is here. I feel like that is about to come to an end. Look, this tower is coming up on Friday. I feel like you're going to have some sort of really big shift, but I feel like it's a really big positive, expansive shift for you, Sagittarius. Look, the Chariot's here. Things are on track. You're on the road. You're about to get in balance. The 10 of Pentacles is here next to the Wheel of Fortune and the Tower. When the Wheel of Fortune and the Tower are here, it's like the shifts that you are going to be expecting, or should be expecting, is that you are no longer going to have these worries. It feels like the Wheel of Fortune is here. That's the reason the Tower is here, because everything that you thought, the way you thought it was, so you didn't think you had enough, you thought you had to tell the universe, I don't have enough. I feel like that's good. It's complete and total renovation of how you're thinking, is what it feels like is coming up here. And total complete renovation of your finances. If you're a person who's in business, whatever's happening, the floodgates are opening, and here it comes. So more clients, more traction, you're attracting more things. Things are moving quicker for you now. I feel like there's beautiful big change coming here with the Wheel of Fortune. I feel like a wish fulfillment is coming in. If you've been wishing for stability here, I think that's what's happening. I feel like you need to stop worrying about it and go out and get amongst the people who love you. Because you are about to get, something is about to become, like you need to be restored. I feel like your emotional self needs to be restored. The hug meter needs to be restored. The happiness meter needs to be restored. It feels like that's the energy, that the restoration energy here. Tell me what the outcome is, please, for Sagittarius. We've got the Hermit energy. We've got the Devil energy. And we've got the World card. This has got to end. That's pretty straight up, right? If you've been reading tarot with me long enough, you'll know that the Hermit is, going into quiet mode, right? You're going into sleep mode for a little bit. And it's a place where you've been trying to figure yourself out, going over the details. Possibly Virgo energy, right? We've got Virgo coming up on Friday. In Virgo, we've got this full moon eclipse coming up. And so I feel like it's going to pull you out of some sort of hermit energy that you've been in. It's not good to stay in hermit energy too long. It's good to be there, but when you're there too long, you can get really attached to it. And it feels like you have to be out amongst people. The World card tells me something's coming to an end, and it's a big shift that's happening for you, Sag. There's your energy right there. Right? You're ruled by Jupiter. Jupiter's expanding. The Tower is here, breaking things apart, getting rid of all of these worries that you have here. And then we have the World card. The World card is, bringing things to an end or restoring things. This is like an achievement. There's some sort of a milestone that you are reaching here, and that's why it seems so crazy. That's why it seems so tumultuous, because there is something huge that is shifting here, but it's a positive thing, and I think you're worried about it because it is shifting. But I feel like it's closing a huge chapter for you, and it's opening some sort of really beautiful chapter. So around the corner, we have the 7 of Pentacles, we have the 8 of Wands, and we have the Emperor. So I feel like this something here that you've been waiting for is about to show up quickly. I feel like you're being prepared to either step into the shoes of the Emperor, to take control, to be the person who is now owning their own business, or is being shown that you do control the empire, your own empire that you're building. For others of you, it could be that you've been waiting for the Emperor to take their shot, and I think that that's part of it. I feel like this has to be, it feels like it has to be closed off before the new cycle can begin, is what it feels like here. So it does feel like there is, if you've been wishing on, or your wish fulfillment is for the Emperor to come forward, I feel like this person has had their feelings submerged, but it's going to end up in long-term relationship because of the Tower and the Wheel of Fortune that's here. I feel like things are about to turn in the right direction, and you've been worrying about nothing. Things are about to come into balance. You're going to probably be in balance pretty soon after making a decision. Oh, look, we've got the Sun, which is happy energy. Happy movement is what's showing up here after you make a decision to disconnect from whatever you don't need in order to make room for the Ace of Wands. We do have the Three of Wands here. So it does feel like there is some really exciting, beautiful things in Sag. I would say that you feel worried or scared, or you feel like there's change coming and I don't know what it is and it's worrying me. I feel like you don't need to worry about it. I feel like it's good change that is coming. It's going to shift you. It's going to rock your world, friend, and it might be scary at first, but it's going to bring in some amazing things. We've got Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo, Sagittarius. We've got Aries energy. Could happen in Aries season, but it could happen this week for some of you. We've got Taurus energy, Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo, Cancer. We've got Aquarius energy again and Libra. We've got Capricorn energy and Virgo. I think that you're going to be feeling this shift really big over the weekend. Friday is the full moon. Saturday, Mercury goes into retrograde. All right. Let's talk about you, Capricorn. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Capricorn. What's coming up this week? This sneak peek for the week. Next 7 days for Capricorn. Tell me about Capricorn. I almost dropped the cards, Capricorn. And what came to mind right away is somebody dropped the ball. Tell me about Capricorn. Something's going on with my throat here. Hang on. Yerba mate tea today. Tell me what's going on with Capricorn, please. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. All right, Capricorn, you're finding your voice and your footing here. Tell me what's going on with the Queen of Swords. We've got the Nine of Cups. We've got the Seven of Cups. And we've got the Justice card. Oh, I kind of love this energy. I kind of love this for you. You know what it is here, Capricorn? I feel like you are in this energy of the Queen of Swords. And I feel with this Queen of Swords energy that you're just like not about it. I feel like what's going on here, if we are talking about, and it could be about anything, relationship, job, it really could be about anything, but it feels like you're being super honest with the people in your life, regardless of what capacity they show up in. And I feel like what's going on here is you are being honest so you can weed out the people that are wasting your time. That's what it feels like here. I feel like you're weeding out people that are wasting your time. So what you're doing is you're being really honest, because it's going to chase off the people who don't value honesty, truth, factual things. It's going to chase off those people. But I think that that's your intention this week. I think your intention is your happiness. So I feel that the Seven of Cups here, and it might even apply to the Two of Cups, right? We got the Two of Cups and the Five of Cups. And I think that you know that when you're very honest, straight up, and truthful with people, that it is probably going to it's going to wreak some havoc. You know, the Five of Cups is here, right? That's maybe I'll have a little bit of regrets. People don't come back. Maybe the person that I'm dating, I'm just going to say to them, look, I'm looking for a serious long-term thing that is going to end up in marriage. If you're not into that, then, you know, make your decision. I feel like you're just being honest with people in all aspects of your life in an effort to get yourself back in balance or to restore your intellectual abilities. It feels like I'm not playing with people anymore. It feels like the two swords are here. Both swords are up. I got something to say. I got decisions to make. And I feel like you are, your restoration is up to you. If you want to have this happiness, this Nine of Cups here, you need to put some boundaries in place. And I feel like you're putting verbal boundaries in place is what it looks like here, Capricorn. And if people wander off from behind the other side of the boundaries, then that's going to be on them, not on you. But I feel like you're now got your happiness facing front here. Your happiness is paramount, and I think that that's really beautiful. We've got the Seven of Pentacles. We've got the Death card. No more waiting. I am not waiting for you to make a decision about me. I'm going to take my power back, which is what this Queen does, and I'm going to make the decision on my own. I'm going to be as kind and loving as I can with how I'm about to say this to you, but I'm going to say this to you. That's the energy that it's giving me. It really does feel like I understand that you enjoy this friendship, this relationship, whatever we have created here. Maybe it's to an employer, but I need to be really honest with you. And I'm going to be honest with you in the kindest way that I know how. It feels like it's the end of waiting. So I feel like you're no longer waiting to speak your mind, but you're going to do it in the best or kindest way you know how. You're taking back your power. The Queen of Swords is teaching the Queen of Cups to have boundaries, right? The Queen of Cups is the one who is always at risk of being depleted emotionally, empathically, compassionately, because people just come by and take and take and take, and the Queen always gives and gives and gives. And I feel like the Queen of Swords is like, no, no more. I feel like we're looking at a very changed Capricorn coming up. And I feel like this change might be taking place over the weekend. We do have the Ten of Cups. I feel like you are standing up with family members and saying, you don't get to do that to me anymore. Don't talk to me like that. I don't care who's in the room. You're going to have respect for me, or we're not going to speak to each other anymore. It really feels like you are standing up regardless of whether these are friends or family. I feel like it feels like this full moon in Virgo, this eclipse that's coming up. It feels like you are cleaning out closets. You are cleaning out relationships. You are deciding who's with you and who's against you. And I feel that you're doing it in a very compassionate but honest and truthful way. You're just saying to family members, you're saying it to friends. You're really finding out who is really on your side. Yeah, the King of Swords is here. You're making judgments here. You're having the final word. You're making judgments and having the final word. Look, this could even be in a relationship for some of you. Maybe there is a communication, a very high-level intellectual communication that is going to go down, possibly at a restaurant or in a group of people. If this is a person that maybe you're seeing newly, it feels like this could be a new connection. It feels like there is somebody here that you're just going to be very honest about your feelings. I feel like you're like in a kicking ass, taking names sort of energy this week. Whether you are the feminine or the masculine. Tell me more. We've got the Knight of Pentacles, because it's a long time coming. I feel like you've been going over this in your head. What you're going to say, how you're going to say it, who I'm going to say it to, who really needs the ultimatum, who really doesn't. And I feel like it's all in an effort to bring restoration of happiness back to you. The 9 and the 10 of Cups are here, right? I feel like you've been patient, you've been practical, and you've been waiting to just finally say, it's time for me to say this to you. I don't mean to hurt your feelings. And, you know, some people are going to have hurt feelings. Look, the King and the Queen are different in that the King is making the best decision for everyone involved, and I don't really care. I'm not getting my feelings involved. The Queen is also someone who's head over heart, but doesn't mean to ruffle any feathers. This person is just giving you the goods, right? They're giving you the straight up goods, but this Queen has the Queen of Cups with her. So I feel like for some, you're going to be really compassionate and kind. You're giving them one more chance. For others, you're just like, we're out. It's done. Feels like you're making some big decisions, and that's what the full moon in Virgo is about. Tell me about the outcome, please. We've got the King of Cups, we've got the Judgment card, and we've got the Fool. So you definitely are finding out, like, you're no longer sitting here saying, well, I wonder if that person still wants to date me. You're like standing up here with this liberation here. You're standing up and saying, do I really want this? Is this something I really want? Because this could impact my life for a really long time with Judgment here. If I want to have this new beginning, if I really am going to stand on my own 2 feet and be liberated, do I need to maybe get rid of the King of Cups? Maybe I'm not ready for a relationship. Maybe we're just not going to talk about that for now. I feel like you're putting everyone on notice is what it feels like, because there is a prize here, and I feel like the prize is a new chapter is about to open, because after the door closes for the full moons, then a new chapter opens after that. And I feel like you're cleaning house mentally, maybe even physically, metaphorically. It feels like you are cleaning out closets, cleaning out the fog from the mind, cleaning out the cobwebs, and saying, this is how it is for me. For those of you that want to stay, I welcome you and love you right from your head to toe. But for those of you who don't, it's not for me. Got the Queen of Pentacles, there you are. We've got the 8 of Swords, and we have the Temperance card. I feel like you've been in your head thinking about what to say for a while. 8 of Swords is here, 1 in the hand of the Queen, 1 in the hand of the King. That's 10 swords. It's going to hurt. It's probably going to hurt some people. It's probably going to hurt you. But I feel that ultimately you will heal from it, and it will bring you the balance. Look, the Queen of Pentacles is here. We've got 3 queens here. The only queen we're missing is the Queen of Wands, and so that tells me you haven't taken action yet. So we have somebody who's in their pre-Empress energy who is learning how to be the King of Pentacles, or the Queen of Pentacles, the Queen of Swords, and the Queen of Cups. And you've not yet taken action on any of this. So I feel like it's coming up this week. We do have the Devil energy, and some of them are not going to like it. They're going to say, did you hear what Capricorn just said to me? How dare they? Like, I feel like some of them, it's going to end up in a really terrible situation. They're going to end up not liking you at all. Nope, they're going to see you as the devil. We've got the Sun here. Look, it all ends up good for you. You end up being in a growth spurt. Things are clear for you. You're happy. I feel like growth spurt is financial. It is, because these are like pentacles here. It could be financial. It could be spiritual. It could be love. It could be financial for sure. But it's a new day for you. It's a new dawn. It's a new day. It's a new life for you, right? Yeah. This is the crescendo, friend. We've got Capricorn energy here. We've got Sagittarius, Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius. More Libra, more Capricorn. Scorpio is here. Aries. We've got Virgo and Pisces. Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, and Leo. Ooh, boy. All right, Aquarius. I'm almost scared to do your reading. Oh, boy. Okay, Aquarius. What are you going to give me here? Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me what's going on with the collective Aquarius this week. Tell me what's going on for Aquarius. A lot of big energies, friends. It's at the end of the week, right? Full moon, eclipse. Friday, Saturday, Mercury goes to retrograde. Tell me about Aquarius. Tell me about Aquarius. Next 7 days for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Sneak peek for this week. Starting with the 9 of Pentacles. Why is that? You're looking pretty confident. You're looking good, Aquarius. We've got the Hanged Man energy here. It's a perspective. Thinking about something. I'm in a pause. It feels like, do I want to be single for some of you? I feel like you are looking great, Aquarius. And not just like you're looking great physically, right? I find Aquarius quite sexy, and I'm feeling like you're looking quite sexy. I'm going to say, whether you're the feminine or the masculine, I feel like your finances are on point, and you're feeling pretty confident about the way your pentacle world or your material life is unfolding. But I feel like there's just one thing left here that you're making a decision about. And I think if you go back to the reading that I just did yesterday, this kind of is a continuance of that. It feels like with the Hanged Man energy that you're in the pause or in a perspective about, there's one other thing that I feel like just needs to be the last puzzle piece. And that is, do I want to be single? Do I want to stay single and abundant? Or tell me what else. Tell me what else is coming up in the cards, please. Yeah. So I feel like you are still feeling some sort of sad vibration. I want to say there's still something here that's weighing you down in terms of sadness or regret. And so I feel like this is why the question mark is the 9 of Pentacles. Do I really want to stay single? Because maybe it's just easier that way. Is that what I want? I feel like you're trying to gain a perspective here. It feels like you are preparing to make some sort of decision, but it feels like a little bit of defensive energy. Just looking at the way these wands are falling. 2 are ready to hit the ground. To me, that's preparation, right? We've got the Ace of Wands, which is pointing to the village in the distance. And we do have then 7 wands that are here. So it does feel like you're holding on tight to some sort of boundaries that you've issued. Could be boundaries. Could be maybe you're trying to get to the higher ground to see if you can see things and get a better perspective. Tell me about this 9 of Pentacles here. I feel like you're trying to take... It's not going to be very long. I'm just going to say this person is going to town to drop those wands. And so I don't think it's going to be very long before you're able to drop these wands. In fact, you might even be in the midst of doing this right now. But I feel like the reason that you are single is because of something that happened that made you sad. But I feel, although you're getting a perspective on this, I feel like your confidence is starting to come back. And I feel like you feel that there's just one piece of the puzzle that's missing possibly, and that might be a relationship possibly for some of you, not all of you, of course. This is a general reading. It's not going to resonate with everyone. We do have the devil energy. Boy. So you feel like, because I've never really had luck in relationships. I've been hurt a lot. I pick up codependent people. You might be somebody who's quite wealthy or somebody who's doing well in business. And I feel like this devil energy is telling me that you're quite easily picking up codependency with people who depend on you for things, people who like that you make a lot of money, people who maybe date you because you're really handsome or really beautiful, because this 9 of Pentacles is here and you're very successful in your life. And so it's hard to know who is dating you because they have the right intentions and who is not dating you for the right intentions. So I feel like it's time for you to take charge. I feel like it's the Emperor energy is here and it's time for you to take charge instead of being in your head. It's time for you to get out of your head here. And it feels like the 8 of Swords is telling me that you feel like your hands are tied. It's like every time I get into a relationship, Elsie, I get into this place where I pick up somebody who's codependent or who is toxic, or it feels like that sort of energy. I feel like it's because maybe you haven't been standing up in your Emperor shoes. And I'm not saying that you're being passive. I'm saying that maybe it's time for you to decide, do I really want this person? Like, it's not for them to decide if they want you. It's for you to decide, do I want this or not? I don't really need it. I'm abundant. I'm secure. I'm stable. I've got a good, I'm looking good. I'm in great health. I'm single and I'm abundant. And so I feel like you need to get out of your head with this 8 of Swords, feeling like your hands are tied. I feel as though that you've picked up attachments along the way, and you feel like sometimes your hands are tied. It's like, I don't have any control into who comes toward me, I feel is what you're saying. But I feel like in the Emperor energy, which is what I think you're going to be in this week, you're going to see a really big change about the energy that you attract as the Emperor. It's a very different level of vibration. We've got the Justice card. We've got the 4 of Pentacles. And we've got the 7 of Pentacles. I feel like you feel justified by being shut off and shut down. By being in this miserly energy, by not being vulnerable. It's like all the people that you have dated have just shown you one by one why you shouldn't open up to anybody. I feel like you feel justified in the 4 of Pentacles. Keeping my heart covered, not really wanting to give anyone my energy. So I feel like the 7 of Pentacles in the reverse, though, is telling me that you need to stop working so hard on keeping disconnected. I know it's hard, I know. But I really do feel that maybe that the reason that you're not, and I think you know this about yourself already, that maybe it's really hard for you to access your feelings, because we do have a lot of Swords and Wands and Pentacles here, but the only cups we have is the 5 of Cups. So I feel like you need to learn to be a little more vulnerable And that's what's going to bring in the justice. That's what's going to bring in, being more vulnerable to your emotions. That's what it's time to work hard on. I don't think you should work harder on being the miser, being miserly with your time, your energy, or your feelings. I feel like you need to work harder on being emotionally available, or at least have the heart space open. I feel like with the Knight of Cups, it's telling me that, maybe just go slow, be passive, don't jump at it. But it feels like the Knight of Cups is what you want. I feel like you want it, and I feel like you want it now. I feel like the Seven of Pentacles in the reverse is telling me I don't want to wait for this romance or this love anymore. And so I feel like in that you've justified the closed off feeling. But I feel like you need to, if you don't want to be single anymore, it's time for you to be a little more open. Stop working on the Four of Pentacles and start working on the Knight of Cups. Having your heart open just a little bit. Being in your emotions just a little bit. Tell me what the outcome is for Aquarius, please. We do have the Two of Wands, so there you are, right? You're at the Two of Wands, making decisions about where in the world you want to go next. What do I want to do? The world is your oyster. I feel like you can do whatever you want. I feel like you've made a decision that you're already going to maybe travel, maybe have an adventure. Maybe it's an adventure in romance. It could be that. But it feels like the Two of Wands is telling me you need to prepare to make a decision. You're trying to prepare to make a decision. Because I feel right now you're in this perspective energy. You're in this this energy of the pause, right? We do have the Nine of Swords and we have the Queen of Swords. I think that's a great plan. I think that's a great plan. I think what you need to do is stop worrying. Yes, the Queen of Swords is here wielding the Sword of Truth, and then we have the Nine of Swords. I feel like you need to stop the worry. The Ten Swords is here. You need to release this worry. I feel like what you need to do is go to the crossroads. Prepare to make a change, to go on some sort of adventure. And I think this is a great plan. Look, whether you're the feminine or the masculine, this is your energy, right? This is Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra energy. I feel like, this being Libra, I feel like you will have better luck with just telling somebody, look, this is what I want, telling them up front. Stop being scared of people who are going to wander off if you throw a boundary down. I feel like the boundaries, if you have the boundaries, then everyone else is allowed to be who they're going to be, but you always keep promises to yourself. And that keeps you from being hurt because you already make the decision before you go in. And the decision is, this is what I'm looking for. I'm looking for my last relationship. I'm looking for something that is long-term. And anybody who doesn't want that from you, anybody who's after your money, after your looks, after your clothing, after whatever material possession you have, they're going to run for the hills. So I feel like you just need to be honest and truthful is what it is, and set down some boundaries and just tell people straight up and up front, look, this is what I'm after. I'm not after any shenanigans here. I've released that a long time ago, and I'm just going to be honest with you. What I'm looking for is the last relationship, and if they respond by leaving you at the boundaries, then let them go. That's how you weed. And yes, you're going to wait. You're going to wait for the right one to come along, but that's how you weed out the ones that only want you for the surface things, right? All right. So we have the Tower. Yeah, it's a realization here, friends. I think that's what it's doing. Is the Tower is coming up under the Devil card for a reason. You're breaking down the chains that kept you bound to getting into relationships where people were attaching themselves to you for reasons other than that you're just a great person. So, a great person to be with, highly intellectual, someone who's very successful, someone who speaks their mind. I feel like the Tower is here to just break down everything here, to shift everything in a way. Everything is going to shift when you start making decisions, I feel. And it doesn't matter if it hurts their feelings. You need to make the best decisions that are for you, the best decisions that are going to restore your faith. We do have the Knight of Pentacles here. You don't have to make the decisions all at once. You can make them very practically and slowly. But I feel like this full moon here is telling me, with Virgo here, it tells me that you're going to be making some big decisions under the full moon here. And I feel like the Tower is showing up to shift you into some sort of new reality, friend, is what it feels like. So I feel like this is a significant moon that's coming up for you. I feel like you are shifting into the Queen of Swords energy, whether you're the feminine or the masculine. You're in this energy of, I'm just going to be honest with people. you know what, I'm not into just dating you to date you. I'm not into just dating you so I can spend money on you. I'm into dating you because I'm looking for someone who can meet me intellectually first, in a place where, you know, looks will fade, but intellectual connection will not. So I feel like that's what you're looking for. One more card for Aquarius. There it is. That's what you're doing, friend. And that's what you're looking for. I kind of love it. It's really great. I'm laughing for you because the door is closed. You're like, you know what? From here on forward, I'm being honest. If you're not in it because you're not looking for a lifetime partner, then I'm not in it with you. And I feel like you just need to be really honest and upfront. Of course, you're not going to be that crass. Maybe you will be. But I feel like that stops us from getting into a place where it goes into passion and all these things that we're weaving around, feelings and all that stuff. If you stay in the swords until you really know what the intentions of that person is, I feel you're safe there. The world card is here. No more shenanigans, right? This world card and the tower here are falling. It's like this is a milestone where you finally realize that the person that you want is the person that you deserve. But guess what? You're in your masculine or feminine energy, whether you are the feminine or the masculine Aquarius. And if you stay in this energy, right, this is the thing that everyone is trying to reach. I feel like whether you are the feminine or the masculine, that you're somebody who's in a really high vibration, who is a really high value human, and you're waiting for another high value human. And I don't think you should give that up for anything. Use that sword, cut them out, put your boundaries down. And if this person is not an empress, or if this person is not an emperor, then it's not time. But I'll tell you what, I feel like you're about to meet one, unless you've met them already, because look, the sun is here. Oh my goodness. You're going to meet this person face to face. You may already know this person because they may already be in your pentacle world. And I feel like this milestone here of you not taking any more of people's, allowing them to pull you around in relationships. And I don't think that that's what you were doing, but I feel like that's why you kept getting hurt. It feels like, you know, you got to take the attitude of, I can stay single and abundant. I don't really care because I don't really need this relationship, but I would really love one. But if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. I feel like the sun is here. I feel like you might have somebody in your world already here. And I think I told you that in the reading yesterday. You might have somebody in your world already that's here, that the sun is, you're having some sort of a breakthrough about somebody. You're going to see them as the empress. You're going to see them as the emperor. It feels like there is some sort of a breakthrough. You're going to be coming face to face with this person here. Boy, your readings have been really amazing lately. You're making some huge changes, Aquarius. I love it. Okay, so we do have Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. We have Leo, Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo, Libra, and Taurus, Virgo. We have Aquarius. We have Aries, Libra, Scorpio, Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius. We have Pisces, Capricorn. Right. Hoo-wee. It's a lot of energy. I just looked down at the clock and it says 10:10. Here we go, Pisces. 10:10, man. Here we go, Pisces. Let's talk about Pisces. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. This is your sneak peek for the week. Pisces. Show you here. There it is. Can you see that? Maybe 10:10. Yep. All right, Pisces. Let's take a look at what's going down. Tell me about Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter, my water family. Happy birthday, friends. Hope you're doing well. Happy birthday to you if you've already had a birthday, and if one's coming up, happy birthday to you. Tell me what's coming up in the next 7 days. Sneak peek for this week for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Pisces, please. We've got the Two of Wands. This might be the week where you have to make some decisions, friend, about what you're leaving behind and what you're taking with you, or what path am I going to go through? Am I going to actually step through the gates? We've got the Two of Pentacles. Yes, this is a decision week. And this is not, it's like a decision about how you're going to take action on something here. It could be more than one thing, right? But it feels like in order to keep your balance, I feel like you're going to have to make some decisions that you weren't expecting to make. Because I feel like the Two of Wands is telling me that I'm supposed to prepare you, like be prepared to make some decisions. Things that are going to affect your pentacle world. Could be money things, people things, whoever's in your pentacle world, children, cars, houses, job. Tell me more about Pisces. We've got the Hanged Man. Hanged Man has been showing up in most of the readings today. There is everybody, this is the calm before the storm. It feels like the pause before everything goes a little bit crazy on Friday and Saturday, which is the full moon in Virgo, that's the eclipse, and then Saturday, Mercury goes straight into retrograde. We're in the retrograde shadow right now. So it does feel like this is a pause. And the universe is giving you time to pause, Pisces, because you're about to make some decisions that you're going to be taking action on here. Tell me more. We have the Page of Cups. For some of you, it's a new romantic connection. Something is showing up here that is surprising you or is going to surprise you or shock you. It feels like the calm before the storm. I want to say you're being given this time. If you feel like life is boring right now and nothing's going on and you're just sitting on the sofa going through your trash TV programs, I feel like it's supposed to be that way because it feels like the calm before the storm. This is a time when you're supposed to be in a pause to get some sort of perspective and really think about what is it that means something to you. What decisions do you need to make going forward? It feels like there is some actions that are going to be taken here going forward into the week. And you're going to be making some decisions. And one of those decisions could be about the Page of Cups. Could be about a child for some of you. Could be making a decision about a child. This also represents excitement or something that is showing up that you didn't expect. Shocking, surprising, right? Could also be an apology, possibly. Tell me about the Two of Wands. What do we need to know about the Two of Wands for Pisces? We do have the Empress. We have the Queen of Swords. Wow. Yeah. We have the Ace of Wands. Oh my goodness. And the Ace of Cups is here. What is going on? I think I was saying a lot of that in your last reading. I think I was. So, the Empress is here. You could be the Empress. The Empress could represent abundance. The Empress is Taurus and Libra energy. Just means that, it's all about love, right? It's Venus, right? Venus is in retrograde at this moment, by the way. So, and Venus is going to be retrograding in your sign, Pisces, by the end of the month. So on the 30th is when it goes back into your sign and it will retrograde further until I think about the 7th of April or the 12th of April, something like that. So I feel like you are speaking aloud, I want to say. So some of you could be speaking aloud to the universe and saying, by the way, I really would love that Maserati. By the way, I really would love this new passionate beginning. Please surprise me. Bring me what is mine. I feel like you've been saying it out loud. Maybe you've been writing it down, right? Because this is communication and connection. The Queen of Swords. I feel like this week is the week that you really need to get straight what it is that you want. Be honest with yourself. Really painfully and truthfully honest with yourself and people around you about really what you want for your life. Because I feel like this is like the most heightened time. You're in a pause. I feel like nothing's really going on crazy in your life at this moment, but I feel like that there is a surprise that's being formulated for you by the universe. And I feel like the universe hears you because you're in your Empress energy. I feel like the reason that you're in a pause is because you don't need anything. You don't need people's money. You don't need people's time. You don't need to be going out with friends. You don't need anything at this time. You're content. That's what the Empress is. And it doesn't mean that the Empress never needs a relationship. It doesn't mean they never want to make more money. It means that the Empress is content in the place where they have grown roots. Very content in that place, mentally and in the physical world. So the Queen of Swords tells me that you're being really, this is the time for you to be really truthfully honest with yourself about what you really want, because I feel like there is a door opening here, a door to love and passion, and I feel like it might be somebody new. Tell me more about Pisces, please. We've got the Seven of Cups. Yes, I love this. Seven of Cups in reverse says, I know what I want. I'm no longer confused. I'm no longer, behind the smoke and mirrors. I know what I want. I know exactly what I want. And I think that you're supposed to be, I know it sounds crazy, Pisces, walk around the house and say, and by the way, could that house have 4 bedrooms, please? I feel like you're supposed to ask for it all. supposed to be really clear with yourself in the universe about what abundance you really do want. We do have the Eight of Cups. Look, the Eight of Cups isn't just disconnecting from things. It's also walking toward the sun, right? It's not settling for anything anymore. I feel like that's what you're telling the universe. I'm no longer settling for the things that no longer suit me. I feel like I know what I want now. Therefore, I'm not settling for anything. I'm walking toward the sun. The sun is Leo energy, but it is, you know, the brightness of days. It's like when the doors are closed, you can't see the sun, and the doors are open here. And so it feels like you were walking within the Eight Cups. Maybe you were in this energy of, maybe I'm just comfortable here. Maybe this is what I'm going to settle for. I don't think that that's what's going down. I feel like the doors fly open and all of a sudden you realize that there's sun in the distance. So I feel like you really are headed, and out there is the Ninth Cup. I feel like you're headed for wish fulfillment here. We do have the Knight of Wands. Wands for me are weeks. And so I feel like this is coming quickly, like within this week. It feels like you will make a decision and maybe be very verbal or write it down. Maybe you'll journal it out and really make solid decisions about what it is that you want, and you'll ask the universe for that. And I think you'll be very surprised how quickly it shows up. We do have the, oh boy, the Queen of Wands. Yes. So the Queen of Wands is the one who's just going to do it. I'm just going to do it, Elsie. I'm just going to do it, and I'm going to do it independently. Nobody needs to help me. I can do it on my own. This is the energy of the Empress, right? The Queen of Wands is part of the Empress energy. I feel like you're ready to receive because this wand is here. I feel like you're ready to receive whatever the universe is going to bring to you, friends. Tell me a little bit about this Page of Cups, please. We've got the Ten of Pentacles, we've got the Knight of Pentacles, and we have the Hermit energy. I feel like the person, if this is a person we're talking about, the shocking surprise, the person that's showing up, I feel like for some of you, it's financial. For some of you, it's the Ten of Pentacles. I feel like you've been waiting for some sort of job. It's an opportunity, right? The Knight of Pentacles shows up here, and I feel like you've been waiting for maybe the whole year, like maybe since last March, possibly. Been waiting maybe a year for this to show up, but I feel like abundance is here. And I feel like abundance is here because of so much healing that you've done. You've done a lot of healing within the self, and I feel like you're the one who's actually opening the door to all these opportunities. Not only is it maybe a brand new love or something that's going to surprise you, whether it's love, whether it's an apology, whatever it is, it's shocking and surprising. I don't think that you're expecting it because I think you're minding your business, doing your thing, right? And you're feeling abundant, you're feeling grounded, you're feeling good in the mind, in the material world. And I feel like there's something that is showing up that you didn't expect to show up. And I feel it's because of some sort of healing that took place. I feel like it's showing up around this full moon in Virgo, to be honest. We've got Virgo here and Virgo here. So I feel like this could be a change of heart, a change of energy, but it definitely feels like there's something very fortunate and healing that is about to show up for you here. Whether it is energetic or money or a person. Tell me about the outcome here, please. It's something that you're asking for. So make sure that you're asking for whatever it is that you would like to be yours. We do have the Three of Wands. We have the Page of Wands and the Knight of Cups. Well, I've got a big smile on my face here because I think that when you ask for it, it's received. It feels like somebody here is going to get a message from somebody who they have deep feelings for, and that person has deep feelings for them. I think it's a message you've been waiting for. I think it's coming in this week, friend. And for some of you, whoever is on this timeline, you are probably in the Empress energy, or at least the Queen of Wands energy, to receive it. It does feel like it is something or someone you've been waiting for, thinking about, possibly. Tell me what's around the corner for Pisces. Got the Death card. Something is changing. Happy birthday to you. Something is changing. We've got the Eight of Wands. Something is about to pick up speed here. It's about to move forward quickly. It could be messages from someone. It's the King of Cups. the big dog, as I like to say. The King of Cups is not only the one who, not only the one who is deep and loving and sun and moon and stars, and not only that, grand displays of affection, but it also is the person who is emotionally intelligent. This person is going to anticipate your needs. This person has an understanding of what it's like to be the pillar in a storm for you. The person who's protective, the person who is going to shield you from the storm, who's going to keep stable in the storm for you. So I feel like this person is single. I feel like they are abundant. They could be a Scorpio, a Pisces, or a Cancer. They don't have to be. It could be any sign, as I've mentioned so many already. And we have the King of Pentacles. So we have the King of Pentacles, the King of Cups. I don't think we have any other kings. No. So we have somebody here who I feel is very abundant, very stable, very dependable. This person, like I explained, all the King of Cups energy. It could be someone who is Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. We've got a lot of Virgo here. Oh, my left ear is just squealing here for a moment. We do have Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer as well. We have Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius, Libra and Taurus energy. I feel like you're getting communication. I think for those of you who are on this timeline, you're going to be getting communication that I feel is going to disarm you. I want to say somebody's about to be very honest and truthful. The Seven of Swords is in the reverse about the Six of Pentacles. Somebody here wants to give you reciprocal energy of some sort. They're about to reveal a secret or be very honest. That's what they're doing to drop their burdens. For some of you, it could be the King of Swords, and it could be an Aquarius, a Gemini, or a Libra. It doesn't have to be. This indicates truth. Somebody is going to be very truthful to a point of cringe. Like they're just going to lay it all out on the table for you to see what you think about it. The Chariot is here on the bottom of the deck, which tells me that it's coming super quick. The Tower is showing up. Look, I feel like something is coming to an end. You're going to be able to release some sort of energy that you've been carrying around. The Sun is here on the bottom of the deck. It feels like you are going to be releasing. It's like a sigh of relief. Somebody's coming in to make the best decision for you and for them. They're laying it all out in the line here. And they're going to be honest with you. The Tower is showing up. I feel like it's showing up possibly by the weekend for some of you. I'm going to leave that right here. And I hope you are well. Thanks so much for making it up to the end if that's you. I'm going to go for now, but I'll be back and I hope you will be too. See you guys throughout the week. Bye-bye.